Let's take a trip back to the golden ages of cars and attitudes and shitty ass wages. A simpler time, but without all the drama. Car guns were so fresh, and so was your mama. Drifting was new when car builds were popping. Everything felt rad, no one was stopping. Creative juices flowing like wine in the night. Not a single charger or takeover in sight. And that's why the old days were some of the best. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The car scene was cool and so fresh. Oh, hell yeah. A booby is also called a breast. It's a titty. Settle down before you make a mess. Ski, ski, ski. Let me throw it back, son. That beat will get done. I got flow on my bum. Wanna smell some? Piggyback, bake this man. Old whips, new chicks. Talking in the cans. The age of street glow. The cars were so slow. The people had chill vibes. The scene was alive. Bring it back, motherfucker. Bring it back, motherfucker. The old days were some of the best. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The car scene was cool and so fresh. Oh, hell yeah. A booby is also called a breast. That's a titty. Settle down before you make a mess. Ski, ski, ski. Let me get some airbrush murals. Let me get some theme graphics. Let me get some nitrous bottles. Let me get some Ninja Turtles.
Aside from our guest episodes, the Pile Up Podcast is highly visual. Please do not watch and drive.
Let's unite in a sing-along. Everybody knows black wheels are dumb. Shiny dead, shiny shoes and some wheels. Playing games in the chat is so real. Rich rarely ever gets on. Surprised we even put him in their song. Rio in the background making reels. All the Instagram nerds getting in their feels. Release us from this feeling. The chat is always screaming. Smash that door, smash that door. Welcome to the Pile Up Podcast. The podcast is the worst. Welcome to the Pile Up Podcast. The worst podcast on earth.
Do you need a really fucking sick livery for your drift car? Maybe you just want a bunch of stickers to throw at people. Hit up New School Vinyl for all of your adhesive bag laminated vinyl needs.
Pile Up Podcasts, StoreWorks.com. Pile Up is like send us an ad, and so we sent them this ad, but we forgot to podcast, so there's no voiceover, so here's your voiceover. Use promo code Pile Up, save 10% on CoreWorks.com.
Have you been looking for a way to keep your hands looking cool at the track, or even at the shop while you're working on your car? Maybe you're just self-conscious because you have weird-looking hands. Whatever the reason, Limited Glove Company is here for you.
Pile Up Podcast is brought to you by the East Coast Drift School. Lessons and testing sessions at the historic Old Bridge Township Raceway Park. Come bring your car to the most legendary track on the East Coast. 2-hour sessions are just $250 per person. Classes can hold up to 6 drivers, and you can choose between 3 different tracks to drive. The Formula Drift Stadium, the Casino Royale Kart Track, and the Club Loose Road Course. DM East Coast Drift School on Instagram for more information.
Style, grace, speed. This is Smile Death, a lifestyle brand focused on community. Not only do they offer dope apparel, slaps, and merchandise, they support the motorsports community with entertainment, events, and dreams. Smile Death is also the home for the drift team Car Shop Kuroshi and home base of the Smile Network on YouTube, which brings you shows like the Pile Up Podcast. Smile Death will continue to support the drift community. Will you support us? Please visit www.smilexdeath.com. And thank you.
We're all here. What the fuck is up, everybody? Episode 74. Rio is fucking lit. Look at him.
It's Modelo time.
It's something time. Check him out, everybody. Hey, let's move over.
Fuck?
Let's move over here. Let's get the chat on screen because everybody's going nuts already. What is up? Welcome. Yeah, I messed up and I was supposed to do like a little intro thing, but I didn't. And it's cool this way. We're coming at you. You know what I'm saying?
We are.
New things for 2025. We're all bringing the intro.
You fucking up.
We should have done a thing where I was like, what the? And then you were like, fuck is up. And, you know, like everybody talks and makes it really stupid.
That would have been hilarious.
It would have
I'm
been
sure.
hilarious.
The
We'll have
viewers
to-
would have loved it.
They love that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I talk to them a lot. And they say I love that stuff. Man, I was going through some stickers today, and I found the old sticker, the first like pile up goof sticker. We have to. We don't have many of these left, so we got to do some fun stuff for the remaining
Dude,
of these.
I still never got one of those stickers.
Good.
Good. I have
Wow.
literally not many left.
Hey, fuck
but-
you and your door, buddy.
Yeah. Hey, we got $20 towards Chad smashing his door. So thanks, Nason. What is up, everybody?
We're getting there.
27 in the chat. Tonight's gonna be pretty cool. I've been thinking a lot about the golden era and just the olden times as we're doing our prep for Final Bout and as we're redoing the cars. I'm just like thinking back and taking inspiration from things and just I don't know. It's bringing me back. I'm feeling nostalgic. I'm feeling old, actually, is what it's making me feel. Is old as fuck. But yeah, I want to talk about that stuff tonight. But before we dive into all the bullshit, I just wanted to say huge shout out again to all the supporters for the Smile Death merch. T-shirts are going out. We're going to be able to drop the cat graphic shirt hopefully pretty soon. So that's really exciting because
I like cats.
Yeah, you do.
But you should make a dog shirt. I'm just saying.
I'm not really a dog guy, but I do like them. I love them, but I don't know.
Well,
We'll see.
and James
talked
would
about
love
it. I
a
love
dog
that people
shirt.
love their cats.
So
I
we're
love that
50% of this, and we deserve a dog shirt.
Okay, maybe if you play your cards right, I'll make you guys a special dog shirt. Golden shower era. Yo,
Hell
that
yeah.
is true. Hey, so I made I want to tell this story really quick too. I made a private close friends thing on my personal Instagram, and I put a decent amount of homies in there and also just people that I feel have like the right kind of mindsets with, they won't get offended easily. And I just made some funny jokes and whatever. And I only got one, like I said, if you're not comfortable, let me know. I'll take you off the list. I got one person that was like, I don't want to see your dick. And I was just like, what? Like, that was the joke is, it was pretty funny. So I got one person out of there. So I'm pretty happy on that. I got a bunch of people being like, I do want to see it, and I was like, well, that's not the point. I'm saying it's my close friends. I can do what I want, do what I want. Do you guys have close friends set up on your Instagrams? Do you use it at all?
Fuck no.
No,
We
you
do
don't really.
sometimes.
Hell
you?
nah.
No, you don't either.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because it's a nice little like tab to if you don't want to spread, like. I don't know. We're gaining a lot of. This is going to sound stupid, but because of the podcast and because of SXD and stuff, I've been gaining a lot of followers lately, and they're not probably expecting some of the stuff that I post. So I figure I can keep the homies, with the funny wild shit, and then the other newbies we can feel out if they're going to get at.
Hey, where's Aries? Come here. Aries, come here.
Is this dog time? Dog
Hey,
time.
sorry, I'm going through some shit. I think my headphones are fucking. Yeah, I think my headphones are like completely taking a shit right now.
Nice.
So Chelsea brought me her pair. They have a cord. Anyways,
Please tell me
here's
they
my
have-
dog. He's bigger now.
Oh, look at how a lot.
He is
He's
bigger
like
now.
he's probably like
Jesus
20,
Christ.
20 pounds heavier than the last time I showed him.
Yeah.
Oh God! Oh no! It's all broken.
I really hope that the headphones James has
Tear it all down.
If he doesn't have cat ears, I'm gonna be pissed.
That would be pretty sick. I kind of wanted to get those for Rio.
Rio
I
should
think he
have
would-
those.
What are
Rio
you
should
getting me?
The cat ear headphones.
I'll go get a pair tomorrow. Can I get a pair?
No, don't get a pair.
Are you sure?
You would look
I
pretty
don't-
cute though.
It's very you.
Mhm.
I would love that.
Yeah.
They just light up and sparkle and shit. Man,
Yeah.
that'd be
The
great.
pink or
Yeah.
black?
Oh, pink for sure.
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think Alexis has one.
Yeah, she
Black
does.
if you're insecure.
If you're insecure.
No, I'm going to be very manly with the pink cat ears.
Boy.
I love it. 1/10 stuff is going to be coming. I'm gonna work on that, but give me a little bit of time. I think those headphones are actually pretty good too. Like I heard
Are
they're
they?
like decent.
I
Yeah,
don't even know who makes them.
There's
Is there
a-
like a good
a couple
company
brand.
for them?
yeah. I was
Like a
looking up.
reputable company?
I think so. Yeah. We'll look into it. Maybe Maybe we'll get you. When's your birthday, Rio?
It's September 8th. I'm a
Oh,
Virgo.
okay. I don't know what that means.
His sign. Come
Oh.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah, astrology or something.
Astrology. No, I'm
It
just
means
kidding.
I'm quiet and sensitive.
Is that actually what it means?
I think so.
Oh, that's fucking funny. What are you, Chad? What's your sign?
Gemini.
What does that mean? Do you know what it means?
I think it means I have two personalities because it's twins. I don't really know. I've never really been an astronomer
Yeah.
or into astrology, so I don't really know what that means.
Yeah.
But I guess I am one,
Okay.
according to some people.
Yeah,
that don't know my sign before I tell them if they ask. You know.
Look, you got people in there. Gemini, best sign. Yo, what up? I wish there was like gang signs for them. Like,
That'd be fucking sweet. I wish you had a gang sign for fucking astrology.
you go $1.99 towards Rio's cat ear headphones.
Yeah.
Yo, what up, Cole? Thank you so much.
That's fucking funny. That's so funny. Hey, oh man, what am I? I think I'm a Taurus. Yeah, I'm a Taurus, which means I'm stubborn. Right? And I think that's about it. That's all I really got.
Yeah, I don't know what any of them mean, to be honest.
Yeah.
We should all read our horoscopes for today.
Oh my god.
That would be pretty funny.
Rio, pull that up.
I'm on it.
Yeah, look, he's already doing it.
That's fucking good. What is James? What are you, James? You better be
fuck if I know.
You better be a fish. If
When's
you're
your
not
birthday?
October.
October what?
Oh,
23rd.
Ford.
Does it matter?
Yeah, it does matter because it's like the month. It doesn't go by month. It splits like in between the months.
Well, how fucking stupid is that?
I didn't fucking make the stars, bro. I don't
Fuck, I didn't make the stars.
I think you're a Scorpio.
Okay. So what's that mean?
That means.
Does he got like some stuff?
I'm asking the internet. Oh, you may feel a bit weighed down today, James Carper.
Nah, fuck that. I'm on top of the world, baby.
Someone may be raining on your parade.
Nah, fuck you. Fuck that person.
Fuck you.
Fuck the horse they rode in on, brother.
Yeah. White girl podcast.
We're gonna start reading each other's palms.
That'd be great.
I have crystals in the closet, actually. I was waiting to break them out.
Tarot cards, maybe.
I like that stuff though. I do like it's kind of fun. You know what I mean? Like the idea behind it, it's really fun. But let's I just can't not keep hyper fucking focusing on James's eyeliner and his makeup. Dude,
it's not a phase, bro.
You look ridiculous. So is that from rubbing your eyes? Is that
No, I just so like right before we got on here, I polished the turbo intake, like a turbo housing. And for Mike Pergolini, actually, and he just picked it up, and I didn't have my shit on because I was just like, I gotta get this shit done. He's coming to pick it up tonight, and so all the shit in my face.
Well, it fits you pretty good.
Thank you. Yeah, it's not a face. I'm still here for it. Crab core. Attack. Let's go.
My God.
Take me back to 2006.
So that's an amazing segue into one of my topics. So music and motorsports kind of go hand in hand, in my opinion. There's a lot of stuff that kind of correlates, or it brings back certain time periods and core memories. So like every time I hear Sandstorm, I think of the Nopi like the Nopi car shows. I think of just that time period. It's funny because like attack, all that, I can literally picture what car I was driving. You know what I mean? Like
I was like barely even driving in that phase. Like I was driving my first car in that phase. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like two 12-inch kickers in the back. You know, the Civic sedan I had, the trunk was rattling. It was sweet.
So do you guys have any? Because I have like two core memories of music and cars. Do you guys have any memories of something? I'll tell you mine, but I want to hear what you guys. Oh God, we got Nason.
Let's go, buddy.
Miller. Listen. We're trying to have a fucking intervention for him, not support his habit.
Yeah, he already has too much beer.
This
That's
one
gonna
actually.
go towards Rio's Modelo fund. I'm reallocating that money.
I'm reallocating. Are you the team treasurer? Is that how this
Yeah.
works?
Oh,
I
shit.
don't. I
Yeah,
want.
yeah.
I want
did
out.
that.
Then you're gonna fuck it all up.
Yo, Riders on the Storm for sure.
I was gonna say that's mine.
Dude,
That-
I.
That takes me back. I just like as soon as Riders on the Storm comes on, I see that orange R34 just fucking
Mhm.
busting out of the 2 in the center of my screen, and I think back to me designing an R34 that's just going around the turntable with neons that were
Mhm.
pulsating. It had spinners on it,
That's funny.
tilted TVs in the trunk with a nitrous bottle in the middle.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
yeah, that was
Yep.
Riders on the Storm is the first thing I thought of.
Can we pause for a second? Because I'm sorry, I was not paying attention to the Instagram comments. Who said
no.
they were a Taurus?
me. I'm a Taurus.
Means that you cuckold people.
Oh, I love it.
Apparently, that's what that means.
Yeah. I'm all about it.
Thank
Who
you
said,
for that.
Who said that? What's the name?
Sobabus60? Sobabus?
Oh yeah, okay. Yep. Sick.
It gets familiar, but I'm blanking. So anyway, it's great.
I'm all about the cuckold. Hey, any other? So that's another crazy thing that music also brings video games. That's such a true thing too. And like I heard a song today that was in Rick and Morty, and like it like I don't even think anything but like Rick and Morty. You know what I mean? It's so cool how it timestamps things for you, like when you watch something. So yeah, Riders on the Storm for sure. That's like GTA for me. Is like I've been through the desert with a horse with no name. Like that is when I would get to the desert area in GTA and in San Andreas, and that would play all the time when I was trying to fucking jump the ramp on the mountain thing. Like it's so cool that clicks. Yeah,
There's a lot of good Vice City music too.
Oh yeah, for
If
sure.
I just hear it come on, I'm like, that was in Vice City.
Yeah, GTA 6 better have a banger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they can't miss on the soundtrack because
No.
Dude,
that shit is a big part of the game.
Mhm.
All I know is like if it doesn't have a better radio playlist than Fortnite,
Oh
I'm
jeez.
pissed. Fortnite's got some bangers in it right now.
I'm surprised that we're not in a day and age where they pay for like radio stuff and it's ever changing music.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I can't believe we're not to that point yet. Like, I think that's coming. I think like GTA, like I could see GTA 7 eventually. It's just like the songs are always different, but like an AI is like curating which song's gonna come on. You know what I mean? Like it'd be pretty wild. That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
Or I just thought about that and I should have patented that and started working on that for the game industry.
You should do that. You should do that.
Yep. Oh man, Thunder Kiss 65. There was so many. I don't know if you guys ever played Road Rash, but Soundgarden.
Oh
was
yeah,
Right.
it's like the guitar breakdown. And
Yeah.
I had that on my PC when Windows 95 was a thing. That was like probably one of the first racing games I ever played. Was Road Rash. That shit was great. You got a chain you fucking hit people with.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hell
Good
yeah.
times.
Yep. Do you have any? Do you have any core memories of a song that brought like it with your actual car stuff? And
I do.
What do you got?
A Millie. That was in the time when.
Can you sing that for us? I'm not sure I'm familiar with that song. I feel like I'd know it if I heard it. Just can you like?
That's fine. No, you know.
Okay.
You know. I think you know.
I was just curious.
But that was when I had my first car and I put subs in it. That's what we used to test the bass and tune it. In every car since then that has had subs of like that I've owned, that's the first song I play.
Yeah.
So it just kind of always went hand in hand. And I mean, they are like, like all like the old bass music, like bass, like actual bass testers.
Yeah.
And like bass race songs that they used to have at car shows, like that type of stuff, kind of all in the same genre. But as far as like a song that everybody knows, like Millie is the bass testing song.
I don't know that one. I was hoping you could tell me.
So you know what? That's another fucking thing I didn't think about is when you get your first like system. That the songs and the albums and stuff that you play in that kind of last forever too. Because mine was AT Aliens from Outkast, and because it was really bass heavy. And I remember 99 Problems, Jay-Z. very bass heavy, and then because I listened to death metal back then a lot, but like you listen to that in a system, it was just mud. You know what I mean? Like the kick drums is too much. So like I moved into some of my other stuff, and that's kind of like AT Aliens was like that was my jam.
I was gonna say one of the first mods I did. My first car was a Miata, like a '96 NA,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not like a system, but remember bass tubes, like a bazooka tube.
Oh yeah,
That
yep,
was the first thing I did.
yeah, because it has to be
Really fun.
small.
Yeah, because of the Miata.
Yeah, that's funny. Uh-oh, we got a big fucking comment. We're gonna read this live because
Yeah, people are typing tonight. That's crazy.
Dude,
Like,
so
I'm reading a book right now.
Yep. It's somewhat cringe, but when all the early TikTok videos started coming out with Drift Funk, I ate it up. Suicide. Oh, I lost it. Suicide Year by
Year.
No. So, yeah. Whatever happened to Funk is like gone.
No, it's not.
I mean, it's compared to it used to be every single car video or every, you know what I mean? Those kids that were like the suicide kids, suicide boys looking kids.
I mean, it's still in like stance videos and stuff.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't really watch much of that stuff. Yeah, that's pretty funny. But no, I love that music is such a big part of the automotive like world because it's locked so many fucking memories for me. My favorite, I don't know if you ever heard of At the Drive-In. So At the Drive-In, the full album, the whole album encompasses my drive in one of my old show car Del Sols down to Carlisle for the import thing. And I brought my own model with me, and I was stunting pretty hard, and it just locked that. I was pretty much pimping.
That's hard as fuck.
Yeah, I mean, I just fucking show up with a random girl that's like has like nothing on. You know what I mean? And everybody's looking at me. I'm like, yeah, this is how it's going. You know what I mean?
They weren't looking at you, buddy.
That's true. That's true.
Should we bring models to Final Bout?
I already got them. Don't worry, you're good.
Oh,
Perfect.
sick.
Perfect.
It's just Rio.
That's all I want.
I wish.
That'd be the best model.
So yeah, that locked it in like hardcore because that was such a crazy moment for me to like drive down in my show car. It was like my first like show, you know what I mean? To do that, and I went really, really hard, and then it did pretty good. It was pretty funny. Martino's the model. Martino, you can fucking model for us anytime. I'd love that. Show that Canadian ass.
Yep.
Dude, are there comments am I not seeing?
Are there
that's crazy?
It's on the good old YouTubers.
I switched it.
I switched it. Relationship and Command. Yep, that's the album.
They turned into the Mars Volta.
They did, and I wasn't okay, but like At the Drive-In, this album specifically is from beginning to the end. That and Refused. I don't know if anybody ever heard of Refused, but New Shape of Punk to Come, I think, is the album. That used to be my cruising music, like when I would drive around, and then it would go to I think Barbie Girl on repeat. No,
dude, that's some banger shit.
It is a banger.
Actually.
That's a banger.
So I feel like I don't actually have any music to car related memories except for one. Like not like go back to when I started driving. Nothing. Like when I put subs and the stereo in the Civic, it was like we tested it on. Fuck, what was that big dubstep guy in like the late 2000s?
Skrillex.
Skrillex. Fuck yeah. Yeah, we were bumping some Skrillex, dude. It was sweet. Dude, that was one of his songs.
Scary Monsters and Nice Sprites.
I did the vocals for that.
That was
song.
exactly it.
I fucking wish we would be so rich if you actually did that.
Yeah. Everybody thinks that that's all digital. It's just me.
Yeah.
I'm just like, whoa.
But no, the only other like music to car related memory I have was SSE at Thompson. The day we got there, we got to the hotel, we unloaded, and we rolled 5 deep in the Skyline to a fucking Applebee's or some shit, and we were bumping Skater Boy.
Okay, that's funny.
Yeah,
the time was classic.
Yeah,
dude, because like when I got the Skyline, it's like there's no auxiliary port or Bluetooth or anything. It still has like the Japanese head unit, and there was 20 preloaded albums in the head unit, and one of them was a full Avril Lavigne album.
That's awesome.
And the rest was just like a mix of like some Japanese like techno and some Justin Bieber and some like Queen, like weird shit.
Really?
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
so funny.
It was sweet.
And that's what was loaded. What are we looking at here, Rio?
This is me dressed up as Avril Lavigne for...
That's incredible, dude.
I forget what.
I'm so hard.
That's pretty funny.
You're hotter than Avril Lavigne ever was.
That's so funny. Yeah, Rio, what do you got for music, man? What kind of, do you have any like car moments or anything that really sticks out?
I don't really have car music moments. There's a lot. I used to watch a lot. I still watch a lot of BMX videos.
Mm-hmm.
So there's like specific rider sections that I remember, and I list BMX videos was a lot of like pop punk and emo.
Yeah.
So there's like stuff like that I remember,
Mm-hmm.
and then they switched over to hip hop in like the 2000s, which was
Okay.
exciting for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, it happens. You know, the funny thing is, I bet you did you go to a lot of car shows or not?
I still haven't been.
Like to a car show?
What?
Like
No.
ever.
I've only been drifting.
Oh,
And I wish first class fitment was still a thing.
That's
I'd love to go to that with
crazy,
you.
dude.
wow.
We're having a car show this weekend, actually, at my house.
That's true.
You want to come?
His cars
Yeah,
can't leave his house, so
I can't go to. I actually have to trailer my car from the shop back to my house for this.
That's pretty funny.
I think the closest thing to a car show I've gone to is when we went to FD and we walked around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a car show, but it's not like
Yeah.
like it's not
Mhm.
focal point where like if that whole place was just car shows and vendors and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to do something like that. That'd be really fun. We should film and do some fun stuff. You know what I mean?
for sure.
Mhm.
If you've never been to one, it'd be really cool. Yeah, I wish that the olden days were still a thing because like it would have been cool to have you experience like a Nopi with like
I've been to one. I'm lucky to say I've actually attended a Nopi
yeah,
National.
they were pretty cool.
Mhm.
Nevin in the chat, he's like my car show dude. He was probably the reason me and the old team even went to car shows to be honest, because otherwise I was content just driving around and getting our meetings. Like we would do meets, you know what I mean, with the team.
What meets or like meetings? Like, did you have like
we did
team
yeah.
meetings?
Yeah, we did that too. Because
what did you talk about?
you know, my lame organized ass had
I
like,
know.
dumb stuff to go over. Is your kid losing at Fortnite? Is that what's happening?
Probably. I'm so sorry, everybody.
He's just screaming. That's great.
Wait, so he's like, he puts his headphones on and he can't hear anything outside of that.
Mm-hmm.
And
he
then
just
so he
raises
just
his voice.
thinks
Yeah.
nobody can hear him. And I'm constantly telling him like, I know you can't hear me talking to you,
Mhm.
but it doesn't mean you have to be like this.
Yeah,
You know,
it's funny.
it's sweet.
He doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't understand
He
the,
just,
the elevation.
just doesn't understand yet.
Yeah.
Real quick though, before we get off that,
Oh yeah.
do you ever miss that like when you
Playing
had a car
Fortnite?
club? Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Someone said in the chat, Fortnite sucks a little bit ago. Yo, 1v1 me right now, crank
Yeah.
90s.
1v1 me in Fortnite.
But no,
well,
like back in the club days, like when you had meetings, do you miss that when you're like your team listened to you?
Yeah. What the fuck? They were all. It was cool because like we didn't really go over a lot of like it was just mainly organizational stuff for like if we wanted to go to a cruise or we wanted to go have a barbecue, you know what I mean, stuff
Right.
like that. Like who's bringing this, who's bringing that. It was very chill, so it wasn't very stressful. As in like, hey boys, we need to get this done in this timeline because I need to paint this and we got to do it. None of that. It was very chill.
Yeah.
And it was just me sitting at Wendy's while they all watched me dip my cheeseburger in salt and eat it. That's pretty much all it was.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
I miss those. I do miss those days though. Like I miss that whole like everybody cruising together, meeting up all the time. Like we had a specific spot in it was Sheets in Sinking Spring that we would all go there super fucking late. I was banging the manager so we didn't get kicked out. You know what I mean? So like
Perfect.
but no, it was super cool. Everybody was just fucking hanging out. Yeah, Rio has his hand up. Go ahead, buddy.
Rio, just
I have
fucking
a
speak.
question. I have a question about your car meets.
Yeah.
The
Talk to me.
I don't go to car meets around me. There's a 7-Eleven by my house, right?
Mhm.
And once a month, a couple, not even, there's probably like a bunch of cars there, but it's all like E90s with verbal tunes.
Mhm.
The cool
Yeah.
stuff.
Is it one of
The
yours or
cool
what?
ones.
The cool stuff.
One of mine. And like an Accord, you know? And
Sick.
if I go to a drift event, like if a LS swap car showed up at that gas station,
Mhm.
people would lose their minds, right?
Mhm.
But I could go drifting and see like crazy shit all the time.
Mhm.
So when you were going to meets, were you just used to less crazy cars?
Well, so we would have a like honestly, this turned into an almost every night meet at Sheets. And it was different people all the time. I was almost always there. Nevin would show up, we'd hang out, and then it was cool because random people started to learn that there's modified cars chilling in this parking lot. So out of nowhere, you'd have this cool swapped V6, MR2 pull in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like random stuff would, and they'd come and hang out, and they'd be like, oh yeah, we saw you when we passed by or whatever, and it was just really, it was innocent. And it wasn't like it is today. Like
Yeah.
and what I mean by that is like how you're saying the gurgle tunes and all that shit. There wasn't like nowadays if you did that, you'd have somebody pull in and just do a burnout and then just fucking leave, or you'd have some kid drive by and rev the shit out of his car, which sounds like shit, and like there was like that's an aggressive thing. This was so innocent. It was like, holy shit, other people that like the same thing I like, what's up, guys?
Yeah.
Like that's how it was.
Everybody now is just rebelling with that type of shit, which I get it. The car culture in itself is a rebellious thing.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
the fucking
We're
verbal
rebels.
tunes and all that dumb shit is just not it anymore. Because, like, I used to go to the Fifth Street meets all the time. Sonic meets in Ephrata were big at the time.
Dude, I was actually just going to bring Sonic Meets up.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was a
Sonic
weekly thing. We went to
Yep.
Sonic in Ephrata every Sunday night, and then I think that got shut down, and we went to Sonic in Mount Joy every like Tuesday night or some shit.
Yeah. And then there was Exeter Sonic meets too.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah,
I was
cruise
at
out
both.
there every week.
Mm-hmm.
Only time I
back
was
in the
at
street racing days.
well, okay, so yeah, I'm glad you said that because that's what I was gonna say. Only time I went to the Exeter Sonic was, God, I think first or second year I owned my current 240, and it was because I joined like some street racing page on Facebook, someone invited me on like the Berks County street racing.
I remember the
page.
fucking bird. I think
Yeah.
honestly,
I'm still a part of it.
Doesn't
Yeah, are you?
Andy? Doesn't
I think
Andy?
so, yeah.
Andy runs that, doesn't he?
I have no clue who runs it, but
There's like a turbo as the fucking
Yeah.
icon or some shit.
I
I
couldn't
forget what
tell-
it's called, but
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Berks Street Racing or something.
yeah,
like
Berks
that.
Street Racing, something like that. But I haven't seen action there for a while. But I went out there one night. It's like Saturday night, like 10:30, 11 o'clock. I went out there because like I was talking to somebody. It was like, yeah, it might be a good run. It's like a 04 Cobra. What the fuck am I looking at? Yeah, it was like some
It's Sonic
04.
Night
Sonic
Oh my
Night.
god.
at Exeter. Is this
Hell
it?
yeah. Nope.
No,
It's definitely not
probably
that.
No.
Never mind.
Look up like Berks Street Racing or some shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I went out to race this Mustang. This is the only time I was ever at that Exeter Sonic.
Mm.
That's the only time I've ever actually done a street race in my coupe that was on a magazine cover.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Was there?
Okay,
Like,
flex much?
yeah, in case people didn't know, I had a cover car. Yeah. Actually, there's a really good story about this. Whoa, what
Sorry.
the fuck is even that?
Rio's learning.
Rio's like, no. BMWs though.
No, I'm practicing cropping pictures.
I love
That's
it.
great.
It's
I love
perfect.
you, Rio. But anyway, so the one night we were just hanging out at Sonic, and at the time, I won't name his name, but he had a very notorious like presence about him. Like he would always be out to race people, and he always
Natora.
had So at the time, he had a big turbo like Z3, and I guess it was at the time where Volkswagen owners clashed with Honda owners, and it was like for bragging rights.
Mhm.
So I was leaving Sonic and just like cruising out, and he pulls up next to me. He's like, "You want to run?" And I was like, "Not really," but
Yeah.
I was like, sure. So we get on the highway, and how the bridge goes in front of Sonic there.
Yep.
So we got off of that and started heading down. And he's like, I know the spot where there's no cops. So I was like, all right, that's fine. So we finally start going, and he honks 3 times, and we're like right at an off ramp. He honks 3 times, it takes off, and I just get off the off ramp. So that
what the fuck? You're a bitch, dude.
That spurred. I wasn't in street racing, dude. I just liked having a fast car, and then
but you said like okay.
Oh yeah, well, because I told him I didn't want to, but he was also like, I don't know if he's even around anymore, but he was a fucking douchebag. Like he was like really roid raging back then. I'm pretty sure. But he had a very big head on his shoulders that he was the hottest shit because he had like
a lot of
money from somewhere because he always had like the fastest car around. So that's why I was just like, fuck it, I'm not gonna waste my time. I know I'm gonna lose. You know what I mean? But anyway, that spurred him to trying to fight me at H2O.
That's incredible.
I didn't know that. That's really funny.
Like, I was like walking around the show with other people, and he came up to me and he tried to fight me. It's buried somewhere on YouTube. It's like Volkswagen Kid tries to fight Honda Kid or some shit. I don't know. I swear to God, it's on YouTube. I don't know.
He's on it already.
Like, I don't know what year it was. It was like H2O, maybe like 2012, maybe 20. Actually, before that, probably maybe like 2011. I don't even know what it would even be titled, but he like walks up to me and it's like shot on something you can barely see what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, it's like
he's just like gets in my face, and I just get kind of like, bro, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. And then one of my friends that was with me comes in and like shoves him and shit, and then
that's funny. Drag racers are aggressive. They're aggressive people. I don't understand that. They all think they're so cool, and their car is so fast.
They're just trying to win, man. That's the difference between us and them is like, we're obviously trying to win, but we're not really trying because we just win.
Yeah.
You know, they're all wait a minute. But no, yeah, they're all trying to win. I think that's why they're angry all the time.
They want to be the best. Like they and the bragging rights thing is weird to me. Yeah, there was a lot of those. Like there was a lot of douchebags on that street racing page. Like they were like literally like everything was fighting words. You know what I mean? Like everything was fighting words, and they're like, I'll fucking blah blah blah. I'll give you 4 car lengths. Well, it's like, shut up. Who cares? Yeah, that's
not for me. But it was hilarious that it spawned him to like get in my face about it. I was like, dude.
Yeah,
I took that was the first year. Oh fuck, I could definitely get the year because it was the year I took my Honda down to H2O, and I was hearing like people were keying Hondas and shit like that. So I was like afraid mine was gonna get fucked up.
Yeah,
but yeah. That shit was crazy.
That's funny. I only did one drag race besides me and Nevin used to go up to where his parents were. And we would do like fun drags with all the friends. You know what I mean? It was just like just to see how the car stacked. Nobody gives a shit. It was just really fun. But this dude, our rival car club in my hood, we were also friends. My hood. Yeah, in my hood. So he was in his like Civic Wagovan, like daily driver, nothing modified. Right?
Can I tell you how I still want one of them?
Yeah, they're same.
They're pretty sick. They're
so fucking cool when they're dumped.
So this thing was bone stock, right? And I was in my G2 Integra, okay? And he was just like, just fucking run it, just pedal to the metal, see what happens. And I was like, okay, there's no way that my car's not faster than his. You know what I mean? It was his beater car. It smokes, whatever. But it turns out he's a very good driver. So you know what I mean? Like a very good driver. And I got fucking smoked. And I was just like, drag racing is stupid. I was like, I'm not into this anymore. It's just like me with basketball. I got whooped by a fucking girl. Absolutely destroyed. When you're younger, you don't know any better. You don't understand things. So I was just like, oh, she's a girl. My mom's bad at basketball, so I could beat my mom. I could definitely beat this young girl, and she fucking destroyed me. And then I was like, women's rights.
Don't clip any of that.
No, clip it all.
Just like if you clip it, make sure you clip the entire thing.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Out of context.
You can beat any girl.
Do you believe in women's rights?
Of course. I grew up with just a mom. Anyway, I got fucking destroyed in basketball, so I was like, okay, I suck at basketball. Fuck basketball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Same with skateboarding. My friends, they were doing all sorts of cool fucking tricks, and I was just like this little fat kid that I was like, I can't do any of that stuff. And I tried. I failed. I said, fuck skateboarding. I'll just hang out with everybody.
Mac, I see you put in the chat asking about SRT4s, buddy. I did 130 in an SRT4. I vividly remember.
Dude, is that it?
One
That's
of my
a
friends
stock.
had one. Yeah, it was a stock one. But it was fucking crazy. It's the original Burble Tune car, actually. And to this day, I still want to own an SRT4. It's a guilty pleasure. I want one so bad.
But they made the SRT4s in calibers and neons, right?
Yeah, I want the neon.
You want the neon? I want the caliber.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want
Caliber's
it.
cool.
I
wanted the caliber when it was back then, but now I want the neon.
Yeah.
I would have them for a daily. I think it'd be cool. And they're kind of like high mileage ones are super cheap because it's Dodge Neon. But if you find a nice one, they're a little on the pricey side for a Dodge Neon.
There's two in my area around here that are really hooked up and nice.
That's sick. I really do like those. Like unironically, I think they're cool cars. I always have.
Yeah.
As far as if we want to talk about like old shit like that isn't actually cool that I still want is a turbo Chevy Cobalt SS.
Not
sedan.
the supercharged one?
I remember.
No, turbo sedan.
I remember
that.
Sedan.
Turbo sedan.
Wow.
They were not common. They did not make a whole lot of them, and they were faster than supercharged ones. Supercharged ones suck.
Was it still an SS? The 4-door was still
an SS. 4-door SS turbo. They didn't make a lot of them.
That's funny.
I looked for one for a little bit there.
You guys remember? You remember that video with the?
I remember that video.
That was a good one.
God,
that was a good one. Yeah, that's so funny. Oh man, I miss all the dumb stuff. So going back though, I want to go back a little bit. So we talked about music, which is sick because that's such a big part of everything. Now, like every time house music plays, I think of Final Bout.
That's true.
Do you know what I mean? Like
every time I drift, I'm listening to music. I can't else I can't drift.
It locks you in. So
maybe that's my problem.
You need music. You
I need to put the radio back in my car.
Yeah, but now, what else about back in the day, like sticks out in your mind that like you miss? Because like I've been reminiscing a lot about how like we just had our first meeting of 2025 wasn't even scheduled. It was a little hang.
That was crazy.
It was crazy that we were all there. The
whole team under one roof.
That was weird.
Insane.
That was weird. But we were talking about some dumb shit to do, for future things to our cars. And of course, our minds go right to that like 2000s dumb, you know what I mean? Like the crazy shit. And we're not going to talk about that too much of what we're thinking about.
Can we talk about it? I aired something out last week.
Down for floaters.
Can Chad air one thing out this week?
Floaters would be sick.
But he's not going to do it. He's not going to do anything we talked about. So don't air it.
What? What I'm not going to do what?
No, well, you weren't here last week, but I aired something out last week that I'm doing to my car.
Oh yeah, he talked. He told everybody the S15.
What did you? Stuff. Oh, I was gonna just blow another one out. I was like, did you mention this?
It would have been fuck you. I was saying you air something out that you're gonna do.
I mean, if you want me to, I'm not secretive like you. I don't give a fuck.
I'm not secretive either. I was gonna
my
air
car
it
will
all
actually
out.
be done this year. Yours will be done for next year. So
yeah, because I'm fucking finishing your bumpers tomorrow.
Don't fucking blame this on me. You could have started on your car back in September or August or June. It doesn't matter. You could have started on last year and you've been in much better position because you did my bumper for 2 days. This is my fault. I love it.
True.
I should have started my car a long fucking time ago.
You started your car like a year and a half ago. What do you mean?
No, not a year and a half because we only took 1 year off.
Well, like we're almost to the end of the off season, so
I waited way too long. I waited months into it. I already should have started. You know what I mean? I'm pretty bummed because now I'm fucking pissed at all the shit that I didn't get to do, and I'm just like kicking myself in the ass. But do we air out some of our 2000s dreams?
I think we do. I think I aired some shit out last week that I'm doing. Chad, air some shit out. But no, if you air it out live right now, you have to do it.
Then it has to do it.
Okay.
Yeah,
you have to fucking do it.
It's locked
That's
in.
totally fine.
Lock it the fuck in.
Which one are you locking though? Because we talked about a bunch of shit.
Oh, nitrous for sure.
Okay, so
nitrous?
Then that's locked in.
Nitrous is happening this year before Maine, At least
I
not
swear
for SSE.
Okay, that's fucking
But
weak.
what do you mean? What do you mean, James? Is your car going to be at SSE?
My car is gonna be ready before yours.
Yeah. All
I
right.
wish it was.
I'm taking it to Carl to paint. Shout
Yeah,
out faction.
Shout out Faction Podcast after hours.
Yeah, I want to do. I don't want to put nitrous in my engine though. I'm just gonna put bottles in the back and have a purge, a light up purge coming out my fenders,
2 tubes into your mouth.
or that purge it right into my nostrils, maybe.
Yeah.
You know, but I literally just want to do nitrous just to have a purge because it looks cool. So that's for sure the thing I am doing this year.
That's
your thing?
Stupid.
Under
Yeah.
the car?
So if anybody has what?
You do it under the car, so it's not out of the hood. It just looks like something like you blew a
Oh
line or
yeah, like
something.
I just,
It's
it just blew up. Yeah.
oh,
Hey,
That'd be pretty
I
cool.
think you're leaking something.
Yeah.
No. Psh, psh.
Yeah, if anybody has blue NOS bottles, I am in the market for 2 5-pound bottles. So, but
How
I want to
big
be
are
like
the
nice.
how big
They're
are
just
the
the,
5-pound bottles
they're
are
like the
little.
little ones. Yeah, they're not like the
Okay.
really long ones. They're like the normal size small guys.
Yeah. You don't want 2 of the big ones?
Nah, just
By
because
tonight?
the big ones. The
By
big ones.
tonight.
And Harry, I'll
Two of
actually
the
make
big
it
ones.
3. Yeah, I don't think big ones will fit in the trunk like I want them to. So just 2 small ones. I can make it look cool as well as
Dude.
other stuff I want to do.
You have so much trunk space.
Alan, that's what I'm doing. So you
Yeah,
don't have to
I
fucking
will.
worry about it. We're gonna light up the purge and it's gonna be sick. That's the only reason I want to do it. So it's gonna be great.
What is butt nitrous? Martino, you need to go
I
to a
don't
doctor.
know.
Go to a doctor ASAP.
Mike came in the chat just talking shit from the moment he showed up.
That's what he does. That's what he does. I like it.
Ooh,
Wait,
a
I
little
thought,
hinged.
I thought Canadians were nice.
Yeah, right?
Not
Apologize.
this
So yeah, say you're sorry, eh? You know?
Yeah.
That's
Team-
crazy.
Team color paint match bottles could be pretty
See,
cool.
That would
sick.
be sick, but I've always wanted a blue,
The blue,
a
right?
blue NOS with the orange logo with the chrome. Like I really want that.
It's like
That is
Cusco cages.
Quintessential.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quintessential 2000s to me. You know, like I watched Fast and Furious the other day, last week when I was on the plane.
You fucking
And,
nerd.
yeah, why not? But it really solidified the fact that I wanted to do nitrous.
That you need 2 of the big ones. I
All
get
right,
it.
let's do it.
No, we should do that. Yo, James, can you take your passenger side racing seat and lift it up in the
Yo!
on the front and have nitrous bottles?
Oh, for sure,
That
for
would be
sure.
sick.
But they're just nitrous cans. It's a refrigerator.
Yeah, I'll do
That's
it.
a good
So
idea.
what do you, yeah, that would be pretty cool, right?
When I had my Miata, I had nitrous on it.
Did you really?
Yeah, it was, there used to be a company called Zax, and it was a purple bottle.
Yep.
And I had it horizontal on the rear deck.
I
Not
remember
as cool as
that.
NOS, but Zex is
Yeah.
cool enough.
But you couldn't put the top down because of the bottle, but everyone could see it.
You just destroyed the best part about having a convertible, but you
Yeah.
have the nitrous and people can see it. Although if the top could go down, they could see it even better.
That's true.
Yeah, you fucked up. Yeah, all right.
But you're talking, Chad's talking about his Skyline?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fucking
Nitrous on the
nos,
Skyline.
dude.
Yeah.
Nos!
Before you know, we're gonna be like robbing semis,
Yeah, that's
Bro,
funny.
stealing stereo equipment.
I still want a black Civic.
We're gonna be rich
So
as
badly.
fuck.
We are gonna be rich stuff. We're gonna have all these tube TVs and DVD players we can't sell. It's gonna be great.
A
Anybody
roof
want green
windscreen.
underglow?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
What is it? A roof? What?
The roof wind scoop. Like oh god,
Oh,
they're
man.
horrible. I
Yeah.
can't.
Oh,
I
no.
couldn't do it. I couldn't.
If I
do
owned
it.
a Subaru, I would think about it.
Yeah, there you go.
Or an
That's
Evo,
true.
but that's probably about it. I
Yeah.
couldn't put it on like my car. You know what I
Zane-
mean?
Zane said something earlier that was really funny. I'm gonna try to find it.
Hey, what so from back then, from that now I'm super old, so I remember before the Fast and the Furious stuff. You guys are probably around the Fast and the Furious stuff, right?
Oh yeah, that's me. I'm
Like yeah.
Fast and Furious and to now.
And to
I don't
now.
really remember much more before
Yeah.
that. I
James-
did watch like D1 on G4, but I think that was around still the same time
It
as Fast and
was.
Furious.
I think it was, yeah. James, were you like Fast and the Furious era or before? Or
No. I would have been like old enough to, but I didn't get into cars. What is it? I'm fiberglass.
I just love that you spent $5 to put the comment up. Oh, that's funny.
I fucking love that guy.
I'm gonna
But
steal
no,
this car.
I would have been old enough Wait, what was Chad's answer? Because I wasn't
Nitrous.
listening.
He's
No,
Fast and
about-
Furious on. He's Fast and Furious on.
Well, you would have been old enough to be like pre-Fast and Furious, right?
Oh, I was born before Fast and Furious.
Well, that's
Yeah.
not what I fucking mean. You know what I mean?
Like, I was
cars?
into cars before Fast and Furious, but I wasn't into imports really until
Okay.
Fast and Furious. Like I was in because I grew up. My dad used to drag race, so like I grew up with
Right.
like we used to go to cruise nights with like all the American muscle cars, street rods. I used to go to like like the Good Guys show, which is like one of the big ones. Stuff like that. But
That's anyways.
imports
That's
is Fast and Furious.
kind of where I was going with it. Was like, I think I was old enough to be pre Fast and Furious, but wasn't really into cars. And then I got into cars at like Fast and Furious 3. Like I got into cars and I was like, oh, look at these
Tokyo
movies.
Drift.
Yeah, like at Tokyo Drift, I was like, oh,
nice.
these movies are about fucking racing, right?
Yeah.
You know, and maybe it was before that, but
Yeah.
it couldn't have been much.
No shit. Yeah, I was just curious because that's like it's kind of funny because you can date people's like what they're into and their styles kind of based on when they get into things too. You know what I mean? Like what they still think is cool. Like if you're brought up with like the Fast and the Furious era, you love the whole like crazy stuff. You know what I mean? Like the fiberglass this. But like if you're before it, you could actually hate that stuff. And if you're way after it, you can hate that stuff now too.
Yeah.
Or you don't appreciate it as much. You know what I mean?
I love that shit, but I don't think that's what influenced me to love that shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like all the weird shit, the custom stuff, the fiberglass dashes and TVs rising out of it. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. For me, it was car shows. I was going.
Yeah.
I was already doing like the car shows and the hangs with like the friends in the car groups, and that's like my influence there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then Fast and Furious came out, and we said this is going to ruin the car scene for us, and it did.
Yep. It ruined the car market.
Yeah, that too.
Just think about it. If the hero car in Too Fast, Too Furious was not R34, R34 prices would not be where they're at today. And I'm a firm believer in that.
You think? I think it would have happened one way or another.
I mean, they would be up there because, they age, but it wouldn't have excelled at the rate that it did. Because as soon as that was out, for the time period, like, they were expensive. Like, back then, they were expensive for what they were,
Well,
here we go. Oh my God! So here's a funny
Del
story.
Sol?
Here's a really funny
that's
story.
Del Sol
wild.
Damien?
So I had R34 taillights in my house to mold into a Del Sol, and I
That's
never got to
incredible.
do it, but I had those. I don't know how I got them. You know what I mean? Like it was just like through the line of people. Like we would trade parts and stuff, and I ended up getting. I don't wonder if Nevin remembers those. I used to have this like. Okay, I'm just gonna nerd out really quick. So I was just like I am now, nerdy with things, and I had down in my basement, I had a bunch of shelves, and all I had was like pre-loaded parts for the next stages of my car. So I'd have like air cylinders, then I had this set up, and I had the Skyline taillights, and like all this other shit. And yeah, that brings me back. Where did that come from, Rio? Where did that? just happen to-
A Del Sol Pinterest board.
I was
Okay.
gonna say
yeah,
I
is
mean,
there
why,
on that?
why'd you pull it up? Like, what made you pull it up? Just that era?
Yeah, because
Okay.
I used to read Super Street, and it was all like, it was all stuff like this.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that
Yeah.
shit's hot as
That is
fuck.
Yep.
fucking rad.
Bring up the
Oh.
white Del Sol from Fast and Furious that like airs that or like I guess it's on hydraulics.
That's
It just roars down the
hydraulics,
street.
yeah. Right,
That
like
shit,
on
to
at the
this
street race,
day
he's like,
is hot at, yeah, dude, it is
Yeah.
hot as
Yep.
fuck. That
That's
is one of the coolest
just
cars in
hot.
that movie.
That's a
Yep.
feels kit on a Del Sol.
So
with a
good.
Civic front end. He was part of my Del Sol chapter.
Nice.
We had Del Sol like USA and then Del Sol whatever. He was from Cali, I think. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yep.
that Feels car was sick. And then there was the yellow one too. I don't know if you remember that one with the Feels kit.
I think I know
God,
what you're talking
I
about.
miss all that shit.
My bad.
Yep.
What?
Nason sent us like $1,000 this month, and he just sent me this and said
Oh, that's funny.
living room spec
Yep.
because people talking about sex spec.
Yep.
This man's
Okay.
crazy.
That's funny. That's literally if you would go down to my basement when I was younger, I mean,
Yeah.
this is the crazy thing. I was like 17, by the way. So at like 17, 18, my whole fucking basement was just like everything getting prepped for the next stages. Cause I had 2 Del Sols. So I was just like prepping. Oh yeah, there it is.
Oh, I fucking love that car.
Yeah, that shit was
so
sweet.
goddamn good.
Yo, the
I
feels
would love
kit.
to know where that car is today. I'd buy it.
Really?
Probably a junkyard, dude, for sure.
Yeah, probably. Sadly. Yep.
Absolutely in a junkyard.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. The 2000s. What the fuck is that group called on Facebook that I'm part of? The 2000s era.
Yeah, 2000
whatever.
tuning, whatever. Yep, I'm in that too.
They find some fucking relics that are out there that look like they belong in a Fast and Furious movie that you could restore. That would be fucking cool.
Yeah, that's so funny. I miss that shit. So that brings you. So what kind of like trends or what do you guys remember that sticks out from that era the most? Besides, because like for me, it's not besides the standard stuff, not neons, because that was huge. You know, like is there anything else that really sticks out?
I got one. So how everybody puts the sponsors on their car. It's everybody at that time did a grocery list. It was like eggs was the HKS logo.
I remember that.
Dude,
like,
for real?
whatever bread. Yeah. Do you not remember that?
No, I didn't do shit like that. I didn't follow shit like that.
Yeah,
I'm doing that this year though. Airing it out
everybody
right
like
now.
ripped it off.
Eggs.
And-
I did eggs,
Yeah, it was just
bacon,
a grocery
milk.
list, but made to look like the real logos.
I remember that. Yeah,
That was
crazy.
there's still
trend
cars.
back then.
There's still cars in my neighborhood that I've seen that have them. And
That's awesome.
I was like, no way, because you can buy it as a sheet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just a sheet. Actually, if anybody wants that, hit up New School Vinyl and tell him you want to. He's like, no, stop sending them. Yeah, that's funny. Yep, there you go. Ham.
Yo, that's crazy.
Bananas.
Jake, I need that.
That's pretty fucking funny.
That's wild.
Yeah, everything to make a good breakfast. You know.
Mhm. Yeah, APC stuff was sick, but at the time we
Still
didn't
is.
know. But we didn't know
That's true.
at the time when I was selling that at my store. I literally was like, "Don't buy this stuff. It is fucking trash," and it was, and still is, absolute trash. And that's
Chad.
the best part, because now when you go back to it, it's nostalgic,
Mhm.
and I love it. Like I almost got 2 APC seats, and I was like, "Yes, they're the worst, and you'll die." You know what I mean? Like
It's nostalgic trash. You're like, I threw this away 20 years ago.
you have no clue how many things that when we stopped selling, I wish I would have known. You know what I mean? Hindsight, but like they destroy and store was the thing because they didn't want to send it back, and it was you know, pennies on the dollar for them. So many neons, so many halo things, so many shift knobs, so many glow in the dark. Like those fucking the license plate neons.
Mm-hmm.
I literally destroyed like 5 of those at my store. Yep. Like we just had to break them, and
That
you know.
sucks, man.
Yeah,
You couldn't
yeah.
take them. They wouldn't let you.
I mean, people did, but back then I was still like, "This is junk." You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
That's fair.
We were trying to get like a higher quality, but yeah, it's funny. Yeah, looking back, damn, I fucked up. People are saying chrome window tint. Yeah, the chrome window tint was pretty big back then.
That's
Do you
big now,
remember
though,
those?
too.
Do you remember those LEDs windshield washer nozzles?
Oh, we do, buddy. I
Yeah.
have some,
Snake
and
bites?
Dad's looking for some.
I just ordered a pair that'll be here tomorrow. And this actually conversation got me going into my email to see if it shipped.
If it's shipped, yeah.
'Cause I just ordered them on whenever we hung out on Saturday. I ordered a pair of Street Glow windshield wash squirters.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, BR rev limiters. I remember that too. That was a big
Oh,
deal.
the gauges with like flames in them and like graphics in them and stuff like that.
Yep.
That
Yo,
was a big one.
gauges were such a big thing that I have a
Autometer
friend.
tack.
The big altimeter tack was
Yeah.
sick. But yeah, gauges are such a big thing that a friend of mine from back in the day, Matt Walden, had this company called Import Intelligence, where all he did was print like overlay gauges, and he was able to like make a legitimate big business from it. It's crazy. Just overlays. You know what I mean? Like something so
That is pretty
simple.
wild.
Yeah. Yeah, TVs and the visors was sick, veal side kits, but like you didn't see that much back then. You know what I mean? You saw like Andy's Autosport. I don't know if you guys
Yeah.
remember that. The Andy's Autosport and Kaminari, if you remember Kaminari, that was a big thing too.
Yep.
What's
This is
another one?
Arabuni.
Arabuni. Yep,
Yeah.
Arabuni kits. Yeah.
Yeah, this isn't like back then, but what's his name? I know you know the guy, Damien, Chad, maybe too. Alex the Russian.
Oh,
Well, yeah,
he's
yeah.
great.
He's
Fucking TVs in the Ganadors.
Yep.
in the mirrors.
Crazy.
Yep.
Lambo doors, working
Yep.
Coco
Yeah,
5s.
Lambadors
Yeah.
with TVs in the Ganadors. That's
Yeah.
wild.
Purple neon, red S14. That car is
Yep.
sick. That car is
That car-
rotting away, and I
Oh,
don't like it.
For sure. He has not touched it in years.
No, I still follow him, and I haven't seen that car
Hmm.
even grace his story at all.
Yep.
Can we just look at David's comment really quick?
I gauged my pee hole.
I
Hell
don't.
yeah.
I don't know. I just
That is a KBD owner ass thing to say. That's fucking wild, dude.
What else stretches in his floppy? Oh,
Dude, as me and you were just talking, like, dude, I fucking love this, dude. It's crazy how much hate he got.
Oh yeah, we just had a whole conversation about David and how we actually really love him, and then now we're talking shit. Yo, if you're into urethral sounding, that's cool. I support you. Have fun.
Oh, shit.
All I'm going to say is prove it. You know what I mean?
Add
Wait.
Damien to your close friends on Instagram
Yeah.
and post that shit.
I'm pretty sure. No, he's on it because he said thanks for letting me be here or something, and I said you're welcome. You know. Yeah, TVs in the Gondadors. Yeah, Nason.
Yeah,
was sick.
no, that shit was crazy. Nathan, I'll send you a picture. I'll go find one after this.
Oh yeah, Sea West. Sea West was really big.
Yep.
I'm excited because we're doing that like Sea West style. Or, no, Charge Speed. We're doing the Charge Speed, which is still as old, but
You remember
Yeah.
Wings West?
oh, I was on a Wings West page. My Del
Oh,
Sol.
no way.
Yeah, they stole my picture off the internet and used it. Those scumbags. Yeah,
Rio, you got to realize that like you and me we're kind of nobodies, but these guys.
we're magazine
I'm
brothers.
a magazine
Yeah.
cover. I've been in a magazine, you know.
That's funny.
Did you
It's
ever
us
have
versus them, James.
Damien, was your car ever on like a cover of a magazine or anything?
No, I never got any covers.
God, what an asshole.
Yeah, I didn't. I wasn't. I
I was just
kinda like-
curious, because I've been on a cover of a magazine.
He's
I've been on the cover. Yeah.
Wait, what was the first first set of wheels you guys bought? You guys were really excited about.
So,
I got
That's a
it.
good question.
The first set of aftermarket wheels, you're always stoked on. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, mine were Primaxes. If you know what
I'm-
Primaxes are.
I
Yeah,
don't.
tri-spokes?
No, it was like a 6-spoke, probably
Oh,
6 or
yeah.
7-spoke Primax for my '89 Civic 4-door. Oh,
From
yeah.
that black and white page on Super Street with all like the wheels on it.
No, we had a local CJ's. It was called CJ's
Oh.
Tire, and you could go in and look at them on the wall. And I was
You
like,
had
I
the
want.
wheels.
I was like, Mom, I want those, and she's like, You're 16. You know what I mean? Get a job. So, yeah, that was my first. That wasn't my first mod though. My first mod was a muffler delete and exhaust on an automatic Civic, and I thought I was cool as fuck.
My
Nothing
first
wrong with
mod was I wanted to make an intake for my Miata, so I bought a cone filter
Mhm.
and I bought dryer hose
Oh yes,
and I made a dryer hose intake.
Yep.
But I
was
didn't
common.
know dryer hose leaked.
Oh,
So like
What?
dryer hose has holes in it, so like
Mhm.
and it was after the math, so I just fucked my car up.
Hell yeah, dude.
That's pretty funny. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Yeah,
I
miss it. What was your first wheels?
bought XXR 527s for my Civic.
Which ones are the 527s? I can't remember.
They have what are they? 7 spoke? 6 spoke? I don't know. It's like a polished lip with a silver inside.
They're
It's like
10
every
spokes.
Civic item. Are they 10 spokes?
Yeah. Well, okay, so I want to pull them up, but I lost the screen that shares. Damien can tell.
I could do a thing. Here, hold on. I'll save you, Rio.
Yeah.
Actually, I can't save you, Rio.
I made the share screen disappeared and it'll never come back.
Here, hold on. It'll never.
I'll pull it up on my phone.
I was about to too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
XXR
doing my job, don't
527s
fire
were
me.
the first.
So you paid money for XXRs?
Oh, dude,
yeah.
I did too,
Back
and
in the
then
day?
I did too
God
for
damn
my
it, Damien!
S14.
I'm trying to
Yeah,
fight this guy.
suck
Yeah,
it, James.
but I have a cool story with mine. So,
Okay.
oh, I
Yep.
remember those. I remember those.
Oh,
So
God.
those are way later than my XXRs. Mine were the is it the very first 5-star? So S14 four lug. It wasn't an SE, and I couldn't find any dished wheels at all except for in a four lug. I could find those. I think Nevin actually has them. They're just sitting up at the garage. Wait, what was yours? 927s?
527s.
I think these are 9. I don't remember. XXR something, but they're like a 5-spoke. There you go, Rio. I got you back.
Oh, thank you.
Yep.
You're the best.
Dude,
So-
156 a wheel.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
go.
crazy. That's crazy. So 527. Nevin. Yeah, there you go. But they were like a 5-spoke, but I had my machine guy. They had like these dumb face things that like went on the face, like plastic clip-on things. So I had my old fabricator weld and smooth that all out, and then I had them painted like this crazy fluorescent pink with like fucking crazy flake, and like we kind of cleaned the lips up. And when I sold the S14 or traded, the other owner took it to a car show and won best wheel and tire combo, which was hilarious because they probably didn't know that they were XXRs, you know what I mean? And they were like custom. It was pretty funny.
But,
Yeah, 926, I think. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
But back then, you could be in a magazine about its slipstreams.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
That's
Right?
true.
Yeah. You could be in. I mean, honestly, it didn't even matter. They weren't looking at like the parts yet. It was the overall execution. You know.
Yeah. Chad, can we find a picture of your magazine cover?
Oh, he has it. He has it in his.
Well, can you like show it? Because I want to see it.
I mean, I don't have it like on me.
Well, it doesn't.
I
have to
wish.
be
No, I
tonight.
wish he did. I wish he was like.
He's just like, I want to.
Oh, this
Let me get
right
my
here?
wallet out. He's like, he's got a picture in there.
I
Yeah.
have a whole box of them. They sent me like a box
Oh, no
of,
way.
of a bunch
Shit.
of them just to have.
I bet I can
just
find
don't know
it.
where they are.
What
Yeah,
is
just
what
go-
magazine? What
S3
day?
Magazine Unleash the Furry cover.
What the fuck?
So wait,
Um,
I want one.
Unleash
Chad.
the Furry
Yeah.
or Fury?
furry.
Why would it be Fury?
Come on. But yeah, that's definitely a thing. But anyways, after the
Oh no
SXRs,
shit! I found it.
see, there's a whole article on their website. At least there used to be.
There still is.
There you go.
You're famous, dude.
But I graduated to the wheels that are on it in this, which are Diamond Racing Steelies that I had powder coated glow in the dark in the center with a polished lip. There it is. That's not the cover the cover, but yeah, that's that's like the banner picture of my old Civic.
I remember wanting Diamond Racing Steelers.
Dude, I fucking
Everybody.
They were
that was
so
that was
sick.
a big thing. Yeah.
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 Yeah,
Wasn't-
I love them. They look cool because it was like the stance wheel on all like the shitty cars, but it looked sick. Like I don't know if you know who Looney Lowe is or if that rings a bell, but he had a purple EG that was on the floor with Diamond Racing Steelers on it, and it was
I
cool
remember
as
that.
fuck to me.
Yeah, I remember
But
him.
Chad, do you still think it looks sick? Like, actually looks sick. Like, it's a fucking Steely, like a wine Steely.
Yeah, I still think it looks cool. I would build like a period correct car, I guess you'd say, and have like a dump Civic on Diamond Steelies for sure.
I mean, that
And,
was
like,
that
rust
was
out the
a
hood,
scene,
you know, put the bike rack on top.
the
Whole
bike
thing.
rack.
The Yakima.
But was
or
that
however you say it.
was that period correct, or was that just a period build?
Well, that was so.
I don't think it's correct. You know what I mean?
That was a time though, which is funny because as he's saying this, like that wasn't my period of getting into cars. So those cars I looked at a little differently when I was at the car shows and stuff because that was starting to be like the era of the car that was a stance car that only had wheels lowered and like a roof rack and like things like that. But that's all they really had. Do you know what I mean? When we were like modifying like everything and running kits and running like I'm the older generation, so it's funny, but you are right. That is a generation because there you go.
You had Chad buying
Sticker
Diamond Racing
bomb.
Steelies.
Yep.
Yeah, dude. It was you always had like a banner at the bottom of your windshield, like I want to build a Civic again, but like I want a hatch instead of a sedan. But I want to do it like that time period. But I want Diamond Race Steelies because they're still cheap as fuck, and I'm sure I can find them out there. And just fucking put like Racelands on it, like everything that was in a car at that time.
Can you even
I
get
wanna do.
Racelands anymore? Is
Oh,
that still? Are
I'm
they
sure
still a
you
company?
can. Still
They're
like
free.
Still like
Yeah.
450 new.
Yeah,
Or just
ultra lows.
drive down the highway and pick them up off the side of the road because they blew out. That's
Yeah,
funny.
but that's what I would do. James, you should be proud. I just want to put a car on the ground and drag it around.
I want you to do that, but not with like a shitty car in a shitty period correct build.
Dude, it would look sick, man.
What would
I would
be-
love a daily Civic that would look that cool.
You know what? We're gonna play a game stolen from Faction.
Hold on.
Let's
Let's go
go.
back to
Yeah.
this. So chat was about to ask like what would be like acceptable or whatever. I feel like right.
James, this
What?
is the game we're gonna
Okay,
play.
let's fucking do it.
So
I don't
here's the
listen
game.
to Faction. Wait, I do. Fuck.
Do you actually? Yeah, I
VW
do hear that.
Vortex.
Okay.
Oh, I remember.
Haven't heard that in a long
I
time.
remember
Holy
that.
shit.
If you're gonna build, okay, you pick like just like 5 things you would do to the Civic. But right now, you're building a Civic. We heard Chad. He's doing diamond racings. He's slamming on its nuts. He's putting a roof rack on it. He's probably gonna put a bandana around his steering wheel.
No, it should be a Crown
around the
Royal bag.
window.
Oh yeah, Crown Royal bag.
Crown Royal around the shifter, bandana around the driver
Rust
side
hood.
mirror.
Yep, he's gonna rust the hood. He's gonna sticker bomb the back hatch. Okay,
I learned how to rust the hood on VW Vortex.
I believe that.
There was a thread about what do you use to rust your hood.
You sand it and then let it sit out.
No.
You
Yeah, but to
piss
make
on
it
it.
happen instantly, there was it was vinegar, bleach, water,
Jesus.
and something else. You mix it up and you can spray it on and watch it immediately just rust.
Yeah. Also Coca-Cola. You could just dump Coke on it. No.
Or urine.
Eat the
Or
whole hood.
Pete. So James, you're building your Civic now. You have the Civic by itself. Real quick, what are you putting on it? What's your build?
So this is because I had Civics, but I didn't have money when I had my Civics.
Okay, so yours is also a period of time.
It
technically.
is. It is. I was like 18 or 17 or whatever at the point. I had function informed coilovers.
Okay.
I think it was a F&F exhaust also.
Mhm.
I'm doing both those again. It was great. But I want to do a B18 C5,
Okay.
but I didn't have like $3,000 for that engine back then. Well, Chad, I know you know the answer to this. What's that stupid fucking subframe brace they have?
Oh, the
It's like this
BWR?
fucking big.
Yeah, BWR subframe brace with the,
Oh my God, yeah.
I had it under that Civic. It was all
Yeah,
purple
like-
suspension.
You're like 5 feet behind the car, and you
my.
can see that
Yeah.
bitch on there, and
So
you're like,
sick.
Yep.
and you're like, oh my God, that thing's fast, right?
It's a fucking race car.
holes
Yeah.
in the bumper.
So
Such a
subframe brace is
joke.
going on there, and
I love this.
the little wing on the hatch.
Yeah, the wing. That's like top
Mhm.
tier.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
a necessity. Rio,
It's super vertical though. It has to be like super. up
No,
in
no,
the air.
fuck you.
I like the
No.
one that goes straight out. but it's
Mine
big.
was
It's
mine was
big.
pretty straight, or I didn't have one, but the one I wanted was pretty straight.
Mhm. Rio,
Same.
you're building a Civic. Go.
Wait, building it today?
Right? Yeah, you're doing it real quick, just like James.
Oh,
spin
I'm
it
gonna
off.
get a H22 so I can beat James.
Okay, makes sense.
Oh
And I
fuck!
want
I didn't
the-
put a turbo kit on my list.
Nope.
I want to get a. You know how they do the CRV all-wheel drive swaps now?
Yep. Yeah, you can buy a fucking kit, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want
Okay.
that, and
Yeah.
then I just want it to be like a clean EG hatchback with a lip kit.
Ah, I like
And
it.
I lost my screen again.
Oh no! What, did
Rio.
you have it
Oh.
already designed and drawn up like you were gonna
Yeah.
show us?
Well, I
I
have
wanted to pull up the brace.
Oh, that's funny. I have to remove it completely and then add it again. I'm kind of with you, Rio, except mine would just be simple. It would be, depending on what motor's in it, I would do a simple motor swap. I would have the wing from James, 100%. Probably Cozy K1s or like Buddy Clubs. And then not super slammed on its nuts, but like a nice carbon lip kit. And then just like a nice daily ripper. You know what I mean? Like clean. None of the flashy, stupid stuff. In my opinion, I do like very clean.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah, Civic hatches are sick. Oh, there's my screen
So-
again.
So step back for a second because I feel like this is where this conversation started. Was what was the first wheels
It was.
you bought?
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So my first wheels were actually for my my first car was a 92 Civic sedan. My second car was a 94 Civic hatchback. And that was the first car I bought wheels for, and they were like a 15x8 5 Ziggin FN01.
Oh, yep.
First wheels I ever bought.
Yep, 5 Ziggins were sweet. I really liked those.
It was like a forest or like military-ish green with chalkboard paint on the hood and the roof.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
I forgot
shit
about
was pretty cool.
That's funny. Hey, Nevin brings up the absolute best question for the Civics. What corner lenses? Amber, clear, stock, or smoke? That's a good fucking question. Amber for sure for me. Yeah.
Mine were clear and I got pulled over for that shit. They're like, hey, do you know your lights need to be like orange?
Yeah.
Well, did you have white bulbs in them?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, it just bright.
Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah.
That's super fucking funny. Also, what color we going? What color would you pick?
Oh, man. I mean, if I really want to do some stupid shit, probably like Arizona can teal. You know what I mean? And then do the center of my Diamond Steelies in pink.
Okay.
Because that was like the thing back then. Like you either had a car that was root beer colored or or Arizona can themed.
Mm-hmm. James, what color?
I'm gonna show this if anyone's watching. I came out of work one day and this was drawn on my chalkboard hood. It says, "My name is James and I dream about unicorns."
That's pretty awesome.
What was the question?
What color? What color car?
Car.
What color is a Civic?
I don't know. I had like if I could do it now again.
You think about it, Rio. What color Civic?
Mine is white.
That's what you do? White?
Championship white?
Yeah, you doing like Type R? Okay, nice. James, did you think of it? Mine's Supersonic Blue Pearl, so I'm doing BP90. I know the paint code because that was my
Is that the Pepsi blue? Is that like the?
No, it's like a purplish
SI?
purple blue.
Okay.
But the Integras had it. Yep.
Gotcha.
I don't know what that color is, but I was gonna say like a dark blue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'd be cool. I miss the Honda days.
So
it's so funny because the Honda days were because I didn't know that drifting was accessible and we didn't get into that stuff yet. Like that was way. Is that yours?
You can't even fucking see it. That's my hatch.
Oh, that's cool.
You can't even tell it's a hatch.
It looks like a Del Sol.
It looks like a Del Sol. Yeah.
yeah, because there's no back.
Rio went for show and tell. So what are you showing us, Rio?
Remember Donut Media when they were a thing?
Oh, yeah.
They made these like toys. They never made any because they suck now, I guess.
Yeah.
This is my championship white Integra.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I miss all that. I miss those days. It was a simpler time when you got something like you got a part for your car. It was something so little, and you were still stoked on it. It was maximum stoke for the littlest part. Like I remember just something stupid, like a little thing. I'd be like, "This is so cool!" Like, and the big stuff, which is now necessity for what we need to do, like coilovers. That was such a large thing, back then. You were like, oh my God, I finally got coils. When like now you're like, you get a car and you're like, fuck, I need to get coils. I got to put them on. Like, it's so, I think we lost touch with that a little bit. And so some of us did, but I think people are starting to get back to that when they're doing period correct builds and things like that. They're getting like an ARC cooling panel, and that's like the coolest thing ever. And it's just something simple, you know what I mean?
Also,
like,
those are like expensive now.
They are, yeah. So like anything that you're getting is, we're paying adult money for it, but I think you're still getting that excitement again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's something little. Like I want like certain oil caps and little things like that, and that's like a big deal now versus a full suspension, Rio, you look like you were about to bust there. Go ahead, bust it out.
So like that shit you wanted when you were younger, like the ARC panel, or
I had all that, by the way.
But like now that shit is verbal tunes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like for that generation now, they see some broccoli-haired kid drive by them, and he's like, and they're like, oh, that's so sick, because they don't know. You know what I mean? They don't know of anything else, and it's that's true. That's why
found it.
Us old guys. What'd you find? Can I have it?
The car that I'm gonna go buy this weekend. It's hard to see because it's not focusing, but
Yeah.
Hey, before you buy that, send that to me.
$3,500.
No, because that might have been my old one, like my second hatch that I had a couple years ago.
It's 5-speed.
Yeah, you don't
And
want that one.
The hatch is rusted to fuck. Like around the license plate, there's like holes.
Seriously, send me that link.
That sounds about right.
You might not want that. Where's it at? What state's it in?
It's in Easton.
Okay, well, I think I sold it to a guy that came from like Jersey, so that's not that far away.
Yeah.
I just sent it to you.
All right, I'll check it out.
That'd be so funny.
God, that'd be hilarious.
So bad. Yeah. This is such a bad idea. We shouldn't start talking about this.
Does it come with replacement quarter panels?
No. But see, I don't care about the quarters because I'm just gonna fucking dump it and drag it along the ground until it breaks. And I'll throw it away. You know, like this isn't gonna be a nice Type R'd out car. It's gonna be like garage door lip.
Are you actually trying to buy a car? We're just talking about
it
this.
It sounds like he is. He's like, I'm buying this weekend.
Yeah. That's so funny. That's so funny.
If your local drift event held a front wheel drive day, would you go? Would you take a car?
I would love
that.
Fucking cool.
That would be so cool.
Yeah. SXD Civic. See, I wish we were all wealthy enough, like all of us. I'm saying all teams, everybody, that we
every
could be
team
like,
had a Civic to build.
They have to bring a front wheel drive to compete for some challenge. You know, like it's just I just wish. Oh,
that would be
cool.
sick.
And yeah, Nason, like he gets it. I love like this type of stuff. Like that was basically like me back in the day when all that stuff wasn't super expensive. Like I had IKEA Formula, all the arms. I had the ARC cooling panel. I had like all the rare S14 bits. And I loved that shit. Like it was cool. That was still in the time period of getting one thing you were stoked on. Now I buy a car and I'm like, it's a grocery list of bullshit that I need to get it to do what I want it to do. And I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
Like,
it sucks not just being able to drive it and be happy.
Yeah. That's because it's the purpose of we want to drift it. So like to get it to do certain things, you need at least a minimum of this, and then our 2000s and style things kick in, and we're also like the juices are flowing and they're covering us and we're getting fucking style fucking bukkake over here. You know what I mean? It's just from all angles, and they're just like, I gotta buy Aero, I gotta buy this, and it's just it's so crazy. It'd be cool to buy. So I guess we're doing it. We're all buying Civics.
I want to. I've said this so many times.
Let's start stealing them
for a daily. We might as well.
Yeah.
Because it's just easier that way. Then you don't have to pay for it.
Yeah, we might get shot, but I'm stealing them. That's what we're doing.
All right. Steal me one.
They stole mine, I'll steal it back. That's how it works, right? Caitlin's saying that's why the Stagia is still stock as fuck. I don't want to... Yeah. It's fun. I miss that. I mean, that's kind of the purpose of the streetcar 86 is to go slow, but I still have to do all this crazy shit just to get it to be driftable streetcar. You know what I mean? It's just a lot. That's funny. All right, so I guess we're taking donations for our Civic builds starting now. No.
Let's go.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
Do you remember RSXs? Do you guys like those?
That's too new for me. So when I was younger, I loved Generation 2 Integras. That was my jam, right? Because especially like just it had the sill style, front to it. But the next generation I hated for a little while. Now I love them. But RSXs, I was like, that's not an Integra. You know what I mean? I was rebellious. That's too new. It has all this futuristic bullshit. But
do you remember the dude with the yellow Type R around us? I forget his name. I'm sure you know.
I had 3 on my car club alone. I had
Terry. He said I knew 3
Terry?
ITR guys.
I know exactly where he lived, but
so near the Berkshire Mall.
No, he lived in Sinking Spring, right where the library used to be, at that traffic light right at McDonald's there, right at that street.
Kyle?
That's it.
Yep. So Kyle, I can't remember. I think Kyle was hit by a Coca-Cola truck.
The fuck?
and sued and got all the money to get that car. And I'm actually
That
pretty
sounds
sure Nevin might remember, but I'm pretty sure Kyle is the one that almost ended it for my car club days, because another rival team came to our sheets, and I'm pretty sure he pulled out a shotgun, like a sawed-off.
Oh.
And if Nevin's still here, was it Kyle or was it Terry? I don't remember, but guns were getting pulled, and I was just like, we're children. Like, what are we doing right now?
So is that something you talked about in like your team meetings? Like, and bring your guns, Sonic.
No. So our team eventually started to venture out and grab other people from all around different areas, and they weren't as tightly knit. I think Kyle, Terry wasn't that crazy. That's true. So yeah, it was getting wild. It was turning into real life, like Fast and the Furious, where another club is telling us that we broke into their garage and stole all their parts, which we're like, we're just suburban, like, spoiled kids. We're not stealing your shit. You know what I mean? And it just drama. And I was like, this is dumb. And then we fucking ended it. But yeah, pretty funny. But yeah, that was that Kyle dude. He got hit by a Coke, I think it was a Pepsi or a Coke truck, and then got all the money and was like, Type R, which I would have done too. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
that's fair.
For sure.
Yeah.
If I could get hit by a Coke truck, I'd do it.
Yep.
You could. You get hit by a truck tomorrow if you wanted to.
I do drive a lot.
Yo, we could start doing that too. There's
Getting
Insurance
hit by
fraud
trucks.
schemes?
big money, big money in insurance fraud apparently. So we can do that. Hey, so back then when Civics are a thing, you might be hating on Volkswagens, because I know I did a little bit back then, but you're into Hondas, or you're into whatever you're into in that time period. But drifting is a thing. Did you know about it for a while, or did it take a while? Like, because I knew about drifting because of Nevin in the chat. Nevin hooked me up with drifting and basically ruined my life. At a really early age, we used to watch him, on the streetfire.net or whatever. It would load.
Oh, what a great website.
It would take like a million years to load, and then you'd get like 5 seconds of a soarer, you know what I mean, drifting. But we would watch it and be entertained by it and be like, man, this is so fucking cool, but it was so far out of reach. Do you know what I mean? Back then. So you didn't even think about, wow, I could build a drift car, or slowly try to build a drift car. Only till later, when I was like, holy fuck, you can actually do this. But did you guys think about it back then, or was it just like an entertaining thing? You did, Rio? You were like, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Well, so I have two things to say. None of you guys are like Initial D guys.
Nope.
Don't fucking tell me what I'm not.
You're
what
not an
the
Initial D
fuck?
guy with the ATC
Fuck, I'm
hat.
not.
I wish, James, if you're an Initial D guy,
I have watched every Initial D episode.
No.
James, name 5 characters right now.
The guy in the FD.
Name 5 characters. Name 5 characters.
I don't fucking remember that shit, but I have
What do you
seen.
mean? You're such a big fan, according to yourself. You should be able to name 5 characters.
I never said that. I
What
said
the
I have
hell?
seen every Initial D episode.
Well,
Have you actually, though? Really?
I actually have.
Okay.
The only anime I've ever watched.
No shit. I was going to ask because I know
The
that you don't. Yeah, you're not.
I don't give a shit about anime. It's the only one I've ever watched.
Well, so
I like
Yeah,
Mike's answer.
Takumi, that's my boy. Sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Martino's apparently in on this now. Martino's in our team, so we'll steal him from Front Street.
Fucking right.
So like Japanese supermarkets back in like the early 2000s, like back in VHS days, you had the supermarket, right? Like a little store with groceries, and the rest of it, there's like banks and banks of VHSs just ripping TV shows.
No shit.
Right? So you would go buy your groceries, and then you would go rent Japanese TV shows. And my dad is into cars, so he brought back Initial D's Third Stage, and we watched that.
Aww.
And then we started watching all the Initial D's.
Yeah.
And that's what introduced me to drifting.
That's cool.
And then I wanted to go. So I would, but it was like it wasn't early days of internet, but there wasn't events near me. I just know that there was a forum called Club 4AG.
Okay. Oh yeah.
And there was that guy, Alex Pfeiffer, and they had events in New Jersey. And I would always read,
Yeah, he was big time. Yeah.
I'd always read about it, but like it was too scary to like drive from Massachusetts down to somewhere I didn't know anybody with my
He
stock.
drifted an
Nevada.
S2000 too.
He did. Us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a massive like staple of the drifting community in the early stages. Like at conception in the States, he is like one of the key players for sure. Yeah, it's so crazy. It's crazy to think about, but also that's kind of cool because you were living. Is that when you were in Japan with your dad?
No, I lived in Massachusetts.
Oh, so just that supermarket you're saying?
Any Japanese grocery store in America.
Yeah. Oh,
Any,
they had
any,
it. Okay.
Any Asian store in America had
Yeah.
a VHS section where they would,
Yeah.
record TV shows.
So they're illegally recording it,
It was
basically.
before YouTube.
Yeah. No shit.
Yeah.
That's super cool. That's super cool. No way. Yeah, so that's really wild. I think Nevin's my introduction to it. What is Nevin saying? Early drift years were tough. There was no tracks. Yeah, E-Town was just a drag strip. Yep. Like, see, we like knew about it and we thought it was cool. We would watch it on his really. I'm sure nowadays it's like a 5-inch laptop screen. You know what I mean? Like how big it is. You know
like
what I mean?
smaller than your phone.
Yep. We would watch that shit and it's super exciting, but then we would just go right back to the Honda stuff because it was like unachievable. It seemed so far out of reach, and I didn't know at the time that the stuff was already starting in America. Like that's the crazy part. Like by the time I got into it, it was like 2000 and something, and it's already
2001.
I don't know. I mean, I was drifting by like 04, so you got to figure that out. I don't know. I'm fucking old. But
he was supposed to be an old joke, but it didn't work that well because it was like accurate.
Yeah, it probably is accurate.
You know what I mean? Fuck.
Yeah, I don't even know. But either way, it's so crazy to think about. And because on our car club, we had a kid named Tyler. I think his name was Tyler. Yes. And he bought a 240 SX. So he was like the first person I knew that ever had a 240. And he was like, I'm going to drift it. And we're like, yeah, right. You know what I mean? And then he would do one tire fryers like in a horrible circle and like leave the parking lot. And I thought it was so cool, though. You know what I mean?
It was gangster as shit. That's the best part about that is you see someone do it back then.
Yep. Now you're like, oh my God, what are they doing? Like, I'm so embarrassed. I'm so embarrassed for them. You know what I mean? But like now it's so different. So that's funny. James and Chad, so your introductions to it, do you remember like seeing it for the first time or hearing about it? What was it?
Yeah,
was it Tokyo Drift?
Well, no.
I'm just
it might have been
curious.
before Tokyo Drift, actually. Actually, I know it was. The first time I saw it in person was at Drift Camp. Damien, you'll know what that is. At Maple Grove.
I was part of that. Yeah.
And there was fucking what's his face with the 350Z was there. Matt Walden was there, and Brad Hedinger. Those were like the two hottest cars at the time. But there was this one like absolutely beat to fuck hatch that he was slaying it every time. Like because you know how you can stand at the concrete wall and look down.
Yep.
Well, he was just running the wall every single lap, and my dad took me to see it. And that was the coolest shit in the world because I begged him to go. I was like, can I please go see this drifting thing? But I never thought it was achievable. This was also before I had my driver's license. So
no shit. So that's Drift Camp 2. There was another one that was Drift Camp 1 up in the Reading Expo Center.
Okay. Yeah, because they had the top lot that was oval, and then they had the bottom lot, right? Or they just do the top lot?
No, they did.
But I went to that one as well just to watch, and like thinking back now of what I saw, it was terrible driving.
Yes,
but
at the time,
it was this sickest shit.
Yep.
And I just never thought it was like achievable. Yeah, essentially until I met you.
Right. That's so funny because that was also a dude named Damian Bagley, if you remember him. So he was the KAT like supreme guy back then. He was like known. He had like S15 with the KAT like back when it was super illegal to have it. But Reese Marin was actually at both drift camps as well. And I'm pretty sure that kid that was slamming into the wall. Do you ever hear of Jim Bissey? I think it's I don't remember, but that is somebody from Club Loose that came up. Yeah, that was wild.
It was sick. It was
just kept nailing that wall, nailing the wall.
He blew the back glass out. Like it was sick, and that was definitely the first time I ever saw it in person. But I don't really remember knowing of it before. I mean, obviously I knew of it before then, but I don't know what triggered that. It might have been seeing it on G4 or ESPN when Formula D was on. But that was
That's
probably
funny.
that for sure is a core memory, is going to drift camp and seeing it.
I forgot about drift camp. What a name too, drift camp.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the day I almost fought 3 guys.
Hell yeah.
Because of Brad Hedinger. Because I was like sponsoring his car, his Vert, with my Drift Warfare brand. That's how long I've been doing brands.
I have
Do
a
you have a
Drift Warfare
sticker?
t-shirt and a
Oh,
sticker.
sick. So, yeah, I went into his trailer and he gave my friend Doug Buttermore some shit. And I literally looked at him. I was like, dude, anybody that's with me is a friend of mine. Why would you disrespect him? And I said, like one of his friends stood up and I was like, you better sit down or I'll beat the shit out of you with him. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was an empowering moment because they were all scared. You know what I mean? And I was like,
just got like straight up hard.
I mean, Brad's a twig. You would have broken him in half.
I would have destroyed him and his friends. It was fucking hilarious. But yeah, Drift Camp was cool as shit. Like, that was really neat. I wasn't like driving, I don't think then. I was still living my dreams of doing like parking lot donuts. You know what I mean? I was that kid, one tire firing, like firing. And
I remember watching Brad drive in his like the blue Vert with like super big, like remind me of like maybe like an Origin kit back then or BN. I don't know. I didn't know any of that back then, but it was on like Works and it had a fluorescent cage and like a fuzzy dash or something. I knew he had a fuzzy helmet. But he was an attention-seeking boy. Yeah, I vividly remember that car, and I was like, "That is the sickest fucking car here," because it was dumped. It had cool wheels. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
Was it dumped or was it like 2005 dumped?
Dude, it was fucking hammered.
It was pretty.
It was on the ground.
Low. Yeah, it was pretty low. Yep. Yeah, back then it was kind of
tucking
a weird
in the rear, if I remember right. But
the style was actually like, honestly, going back to some of that, like in our area, some of the styles were better than what's going on now.
Oh, for sure.
Like some of the events, which is scary. What were you gonna say, Rio?
I wanted to say, CJ in the comments was talking about. Did you guys ever watch Drift Bible?
Yeah. It was boring to me though. When I caught the Drift Bible, I never cared about Suchiya. You know what I mean? Like I never cared about Initial D. Everybody's like, "Oh, you have an 8.6, you love this." It's like, no, I don't really care about it. I think it's cool, but I like the live action, but I didn't really get into the anime. And also they think the Drift King is like my idol, but by the time I watched the Drift Bible, I love him. I've already seen my friends do cooler things than I saw in the video. Do you know what I mean? And the video is sick because it teaches you, how to properly in those forms and that function, how to do the stuff. But like, I was a young punk kid, so I was like, I don't give a fuck about that. My friends are hitting walls.
Instruction manual.
Right. I don't read that shit.
Yeah.
I feel like back in Drift Bible days, drifting was more like based on like weight transfer to the front and then sliding.
Yeah.
So when I had my Miata and I didn't know anyone that drifted, there were no events.
Yeah.
I thought how I was supposed to drift was do like a third gear to second gear shift and like walk up the rear.
Yeah.
I just go around at like 30, 40 miles an hour in my Miata, bang it down a second, and like just understeer into curbs. And
nice.
Like, bend all my front control arms.
Nice. Yeah.
That's how I learned to work on cars,
Right. It's funny because now going back, I love the fucking Drift Bible stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like now I care about technique. Now I care about the different things that you can do to upset a car. I think it's really cool, the physics behind it, and like how like a downshift can start slides. You know what I mean? Like we don't do that enough, and we don't really do that anymore because it's just high horsepower stuff.
Yeah, also because our transmissions are $600 a piece. Like I'm not fucking like what do they call that? Like clutch dropping or shift locking. I'm not shift locking a fucking SR trans. That's fucked up.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I was never a big like nerd into that stuff. Yeah, like I think it's cool. Like Suchiya has all of my respect and stuff, but like I was never into that. Honestly, the first time that like anything really caught my eye was Monkey Man. Fucking Nomakin. Nomakin was like a wrestler to me. He embodied everything that I thought drifting should be. It was that rebellious, do whatever the fuck you want, a little bit of a perverted molester. Like, you know, he's a little
Yeah.
extreme with that. But
I'm
his theatrics and stuff were so good, and that's what got me from going to like watching all my American friends doing the cool stuff. You know, after getting inspired by option videos and all the stuff that Nevin, you know, forced into my eyes. As soon as I saw him, I was like, this guy fucking gets it. You know, like he's the raddest little monkey man in the world. And then that was my like introduction to D1 more so, you know, and care about all that stuff.
It sounds like you grew up around a big circle of car friends, maybe.
Yeah. So I at 16, literally, I think at the age of 16, like right before I turned 17, I remember having, I'd say like 7 cars out front. And my mom being like, "Oh, you have a little club." The very next year, it was like 30 cars in front of our house. So I went hard pretty early. And
Did
yeah.
you guys sell like a lot of drugs right in front of your mom's house?
No, but the cops thought I sold drugs. So
Right.
yeah. No,
I was just curious.
They'd follow. Yeah, I didn't really sell many drugs. No, I wasn't.
Yeah, we got him.
No, remember it's a free.
Oh
drug.
yeah, free drug. Wait, you're
drug.
backwards.
Yeah. As I'm literally a little high right now, which is fucking great. Just a little bit of an Eddie, you know.
Eddie.
No, yeah, I grew up. I luckily grew up. Honestly, I can't thank Nevin enough in the chat. 240SX, where is he at? 240SX Nevin is probably the one that, if we wouldn't have been friends at that certain, specific. Nevin, you're the best dude in the world. I love you, buddy. Yeah, he introduced me to all that shit. So, James, what was your introduction? We didn't get into that. So,
I don't think I know actually. Like, I'm seriously trying to think back, and I just googled when the first Animal Style parking lot video came out, and that was 10 years ago. That was 2014.
That was huge for people.
That was a lot of people's drift Bible.
There's like four videos that I can remember on YouTube that I would have had. I imagine I heard about drifting before I watched these. But maybe not. So it was the Animal Style parking lot video.
Yeah.
It was
Keep Drifting Fun, because that was one of mine.
I feel like the one might have been a Keep Drifting Fun video, but it was like a red S14 in the mountains in the Midwest. And then the Faction, like one of the early Faction videos, Christmas videos.
Oh,
like the first one of them.
And the Dukes of Hazzard, for sure.
Yeah, and Dukes of Hazzard, yes. I was just trying to jump shit. Otherwise, I don't know. Like, I had a Acura TSX, and then I bought a 300ZX. No, I bought the 300ZX, and then I got a TSX because I was going to be a dad. And I was like, I need a reliable car. And then I had that car and was like, fuck this. And so my son was born in January, and then in March I bought my S13.
Okay.
Because I was like, fuck having a reliable car, right?
Yeah. So it's
Otherwise,
probably it's just like little influences a.
To drift.
That makes sense.
And I was like, nah.
Yeah.
And so I spun it out a couple times. I was like, that's pretty cool.
That's funny.
And then like thought I'd grow up, and then said fuck that, and then sold it. And
yeah, so it sounds like just internet stuff kind of influenced your slowly into your purchase. Also, the Turk in the black S13, the little toge he did in his parking or in his driveway.
In his driveway.
That was cool. That video, that was really cool.
All of the off-season shit was so cool. I remember watching that early days.
Yep. Yeah, the Drift Alliance stuff was cool. It was kind of, I felt like
I had the DVDs.
Did you? So
I was so fucking cool.
I felt kind of cool because I was friends with like the dude that built like Vaughn Gitten's Pro Drift Alliance car, like the sill and stuff like that. So I was kind of like, back then I was like, yeah, I know those guys. You know what I mean? But like, really, they have no fucking clue who I was. Only, fucking my buddy. So, but yeah,
I
those
wanted a
are
DA
pretty
on my
cool.
car.
Everybody
So
did.
bad.
Yeah,
Mhm.
everybody did. That was the thing. I miss that too. Like, there's not like the whole like remember like Fat Lace and stuff when there was like
Yeah.
things
So
when there
good.
was
Hell
like
yeah.
you need a Fat Lace sticker. Like
I
there
need
isn't.
an Illis sticker, I need
Yep,
a
you
Fat
need-
Lace sticker, and I need a Canopy
Yeah.
Cox logo.
That's like gone though. Do you know what I mean? Now, well, it isn't. There's little trends. Like I've seen like shirts tucked in right now is the biggest trendy thing.
Hmm.
It's a trend. Like you'll see shirts tucked in on the random stuff. You know what I mean? And that's awesome. Like good for them. I think it's really cool. But I think I can't think of anything else. What else is like kind of there's some trendy things that I've seen, but like that's
Like cherry blossom seats.
no. But hey, did you see? No, you know what? I was gonna talk some shit on a company, but I'm
No,
not gonna
fucking let it go, buddy.
No. It was just
The fire extinguisher mount.
yeah. You saw me talking shit on
Yeah.
that. Did you see? I love that you saw me talking shit.
What
because
was it? I didn't see it, but now we got to talk about it.
Get NRG Prisma Labs came out with a
So
fire
cherry
extinguisher mount.
blossoms. Got it.
Basically, yeah. They came out with a fire extinguisher mount, which is the same Amazon fire extinguisher mount that has been out for like fucking 20 years. I have one in the Corolla. It works great, but now they're selling their version, which just has their little logo on the button. That's it. Not redesigned. It's straight from fucking Alibaba. You know what I mean? Which I get. You do that stuff, but it was people in the comments were like, this is so fucking cool. And I'm just like, go to Amazon. Like, it's cheaper and it's the same thing. They're just marking it up with their, I don't know. It was funny. Anyway,
I'm all about it.
yeah. I mean, you should buy one.
I might.
You don't. I'll buy you an Amazon one.
Hold on,
It's
hold on.
$5. Yeah, I have one. Not that.
Actually-
oh my god, James, it's so
Jesus
loud.
Christ.
So I was trying to find my. Oh my god, my computer did some crazy shit right now.
Hold on. You run a fire because I watched your video where you install a
Fire
fire
suppression?
suppression kit.
Yep.
But you also have an extinguisher.
Oh my god, yeah. Because the first thing you want to do is get out with your extinguisher and hope that you can get that out with just that and not have your whole engine bay, cockpit, and trunk full of that gook. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I've run. To be honest, I actually run 2 fire extinguishers. I have 2 small ones because one is never enough. And then
It was enough for me.
I thought somebody else had to bring something else. Didn't they?
You didn't even have one.
Oh, yeah, he did. I think he did, right? Did it work?
I had one.
Yeah, you went through yours, and who actually saved you? Who gave you one?
It
Then?
was that guy behind me in the E36 vert. He actually was out of his car faster than I was out of my car. So sorry, go ahead.
I love that. No, I fucking love that. No, it's so cool. Yeah, no, but either way, yeah, that was just funny. I just wanted to talk a little shit. I love that you found me talking shit. My favorite thing on Facebook is when I troll on Facebook a lot.
I see it all the time.
Do you actually? I
Yeah,
love
on
that.
like church posts and shit
Oh,
like
I
that.
fucking troll churches so bad.
Yeah.
I love it. I can't wait that when I finally die, which will probably be next week, and I'm standing, I'm like, oh fuck. And there's like actually like a God in front of me, and it's Jesus, and he's like, let's pull up your Facebook history. And I'm like, no, you're real, But yeah, fuck that anyway.
Really good.
Till then, yeah, Satan. But anyway,
Hold up. Mike said the Dull Men's Club was popping this week.
Yo, my coworker
funny.
sent me one, and it was so fucking. I don't know if Austin is still in here, but it was something about like the USBs on a plane or some shit.
Oh, I
like
think I've
how
seen
they
that
can
one.
charge all the
I've seen that
phones.
one. Yeah,
I'm s-
yeah.
God damn it.
That's pretty funny. I love that since we talked about it, I've gotten non-stop Dull Man stuff. Like it is like of course I joined it, you know what I mean?
Fucking
But
awesome.
it is pushed. It is pushed to me. Yeah, that's so fucking funny. Yeah, what a good group. Thanks. That was James, right? You brought that up and then yeah.
I'm here for the people.
Yeah, thank you. So if you haven't checked that out, we should pull some of those up. Yeah, it's funny. Hey, anything else about some old stuff? We hit on everything, which is really cool.
I'm buying a motherfucking
Yo.
Civic.
Yeah.
No, do not buy that till you send me.
Sure.
You already sent me
I
the
sent
link.
it
Do
to
not
you.
buy
Yeah.
that till I check out the link.
Okay, Dad.
So you guys, we're talking about like old time stuff. Any of you guys ever do bikes, like motorcycles?
No, I
I've
stayed
never owned a
away.
motorcycle.
I stayed away.
God,
I
just
like
me.
them. I think
I
they're
knew
cool.
I knew I was the only badass.
Yeah, you are pretty good. I could see you on a chopper with your hog out, just cruising
Yeah,
down.
fucking hog out on the hog, buddy.
Oh man, with those cut off jean shorts you have, but it's just sticking out the leg, flapping while you're
Dude, if I'm
cruising
if
up.
I'm sitting on a chopper with the jorts on, there's nothing holding them in. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's looking like this.
funny. Oh, Martino's here for swap meet. No, we aren't doing that this week. This week we were just bullshitting. Just
Sorry,
bullshitting.
we can't give away free things every week.
Yo, speaking of that though, I did finally get my custom boxes. I don't know if anybody saw them. They look sick.
You got custom boxes for what?
Yeah,
Oh, I did see that.
Well, you sent me my shirt in a regular plastic bag.
I
so-
didn't even send that to you. That's a robot that sent that to you. Which is the best. If you look at the return address, it's North Carolina.
That's a robot shirt?
Yep, robot
Damn,
shirts.
I thought you sent me like a real shirt.
Nope, that's like one of the last.
crazy.
Now everything's in house. Yep, now
Oh, yeah.
everything's here. So
Good shit.
I'll
I
still
want to
probably
make shirts with you. I'm gonna come over this weekend and we're gonna fucking make some shirts.
Chad, you're not
That's
even
how
gonna
that
come up to work on your fucking car.
come
I'm
up
literally
tomorrow.
gonna be there tomorrow. Fuck you.
Oh yeah, speaking of that, well, we'll talk about that later. Well, Rio's doing weird stuff again. What are you doing, Rio?
I wanted to share Double Men's Club, but I messed up.
I
It
like
looks like a screenshot of a
beer.
RuneScape.
It looks
Well,
like a
it's-
screenshot of the side of your work truck. No, I'm just kidding.
It's a bunch of beer
Wait,
cans on
what?
the floor of a car.
I'm kidding.
Oh god. I mean,
No.
after the right weekend, maybe.
That is true. Yeah. Holy fuck. I love this. This is one of my favorite chats. Talking about old stuff brings me back. I love that the chat was also filled with nostalgic stuff.
Mhm.
You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
that's great.
Everybody's like, I remember this and I bought this and blah, blah, blah. That's so fucking cool. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Clapped Out Midwest sent me a listing of a Game Boy that was like super high priced. You know what I mean?
Really?
They were like,
That's
this
cool.
is great for swap meet, but it was like gone. I get that a lot. It sucks because if I don't get the listing right away, it's either if it sells, I can't get it up, or sometimes I like to look at them, but I always like to pick my own because I don't want anybody to have an advantage.
That's
But,
fair.
Also, I got messaged to be like, yo, remember when I won the spot to play the fucking swap meet game show, like the full show? And I was like, yes, for
Wait.
sure.
I
So
for sure remembered that.
We
hey,
gave away spots for a full swap meet show.
we had
I
an
do remember
episode about it, and
Mhm.
yeah, I've just been so fucking brain dead.
That's crazy.
But here's the best part. I started working on it previously, so the template is there. So we are going to be doing
Perfect.
that. I'm trying to do that next month.
Who was it? Who won the spot?
Oh my god, you can't put me on the spot like that. I don't remember. But one of them's Danmo. It's Danmo,
Oh,
and
sick.
I'm just really bad at remembering names.
I can't wait to smoke a bunch of cigs with that dude.
You should do
love
it. You should
Danmo.
do it outside.
Well, yeah, outside. I don't smoke inside.
No, but I'm saying you should just the whole time. See, you guys should have a race to see who gets cancer first.
Dude, do you think like the first night you and Chad aren't available, me and Danmo and Rio are just gonna have a podcast and fucking
Oh, that'd be-
smoke the whole time.
That'd be glorious. I forgot.
Hell
Wait,
yeah.
Rio, you smoke cigarettes?
No, but I will for the show.
I was gonna say,
No, Rio,
he
don't do that.
doesn't. He
Rio, you're
doesn't,
too
but he
cute.
will that night.
Don't do that. That's a bad idea.
Yeah.
Bad. Drugs are bad.
You have to wait until you're probably 90 because your genes are you're gonna look baby face for the longest
No.
time, and then when you get super old, you're gonna look really old. That's when you need to start smoking.
The thing is with cigarettes, right, is you smoke a little bit or a lot of bit in your midlife, your early life, and then you stop, and then your body heals itself, and then you're
Oh.
good.
I don't think that's how that works.
Look at
That's
how
what the
many.
doctors say.
I mean, look
Yeah.
into fucking liver and lung, like how your body heals its liver and its lungs the same way it heals anything else, right?
Livers,
Does it?
they're not even real.
I fucking don't even have
James is a
any.
doctor.
I'm
James
a
is
fucking
the
doctor.
Yeah. Aw.
Rio,
funny.
Rio doesn't vape, but he'll borrow your smoke every five.
Your vape. That's funny. That's funny.
It's
Hey,
true. I'm sorry.
You know what I mean.
speaking of us sucking and me doing horrible things
Let's
or
suck
getting.
some dicks.
Let's do that. Hey, so I talked about last time. I want to say that too. Before I go any further, there's a box that I get to click that says for monetization of videos, since we're actually like monetized, that says, vulgarity, and it's like within the first blah blah blah, is there words like the F word? And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, nah, we're pretty good. And then I went back to listen to this microphone, and I always forget that I'm like, what the fuck is up? You know what I mean? Like we're so vulgar.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, if we manage to do it, like I think the cutoff is 5 minutes. If you cannot cuss
Is that what it is?
in the first 5 minutes, yeah, because I hear other podcasts talk about it.
Let's put a
You can-
timer.
Our next episode, we should not cuss in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, that'd be
And
so
then-
funny.
Then
And
it gets
if-
pushed more too. I'm pretty sure.
And then if you do cuss, you like have to do something. We'll figure that out. Like if you're the first one, you know what I mean, to cuss.
Aw.
Yeah, it's like putting in the swear jar.
Like,
But anyway,
I had it all planned. 4 minutes 59 seconds. I was
Like,
gonna let it fly. Fuck.
that's funny. So I had the media. We were doing media podcasts, and don't worry, we love our media family. I still want to do them, but we got a little life came at us fast, and this pod was just growing, and I forgot, and then I lost the list. So if you notice, we haven't done one in a while. It's because I'm an idiot, but I found it. So I found it, and we're gonna pick. I'm gonna select 2 names because I want to make sure that if I reach out to the first one and either I lost their contact or because it's been so long. Oh man, I don't have a pen. But either way, we're gonna pick 2, so I have a backup. So the first person is the person, hopefully, as long as they can do it. The second person is the backup if they can't do it, and then we'll go from there. But we're gonna pick them names really quick because, excuse me.
Wait, so
fucked
only one media on a media.
We were doing
episode
2
now?
people.
We're doing 2 people. I wanna break it down to one person.
No, I love that. We started at like 5.
We
You
did.
remember that?
Yeah, 3. I think it was 3. Yeah,
Is that it?
Yeah, it was 3.
Okay.
Yep. But I want to do 1, but they're gonna come in at a certain time. So we're gonna have our
Gotcha.
normal pot where they're gonna have like a section of it. You know what I mean? Yeah, just to keep it interesting and play some other games with the chat and stuff like that. So we got to do this. So let's see who's gonna be the next. Boop. Makes him sing.
Didn't that say B-Way's mom?
That's how it was written down. Fucking Rio said the exact
Oh
same
my
thing.
I was gonna say, like, I hope it's like some media person's mom.
Amanda Collins.
Let's go, Amanda.
And just in case Amanda cannot do it,
Ooh,
let's spin it again.
get the backup. This is basically
Yo.
swap meet.
Yeah, basically swap.
We're swapping between Steven and Amanda.
Even so yeah, so that's I'm gonna reach out to them and see if we can set up another like a media pod. I think that'll be really fun.
Shout
Chat,
out
go
to
ahead.
Steve. He's polishing my taillights right now.
Sick. Yeah, sick. So what'll if Amanda can do it once she's on, her name gets off the list. But I also have this. I'm a horrible human being. So many people reached out since I did that and were like, "Hey, how do I get on the list?" And I'm like, "Yo, I got you." And then I never did anything with it. So
What a shitty person.
yeah, I tried to be responsible and clean up our fucking DMs and categorize things so when I ship things I don't like lose track and everybody gets their prizes and stuff, and it fucked me in the long run. But it's better now. Everything's good now. We're organized. Rio, you look like you wanted to say something. Say
Yeah.
something.
Fucking say it.
I was gonna say I can keep track of that stuff for you. Or what if we make a fake Instagram,
A
So we
fake
can-
Instagram.
like just a pilot podcast Instagram?
We have that
people-
real.
I have a fake Instagram that
Don't.
people just-
Don't. Nope.
Oh no, not that one.
Oh,
That
okay.
one's so secret.
don't. No. That one needs to be a little while until it's discovered. So
Okay.
we should make an X-rated Instagram. No, we can't do that.
Good.
No, we need a Twitter or whatever they call X for that.
X.com.
X.com.
We could just post the same picture of James without a shirt every day.
That's true.
Do you have that?
Of course we have that.
I'm gonna have that tonight.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. No, we'll figure it out. Honestly, it was just me before doing dumb stuff. I would write things down and I'd never put them in my phone. That's what I needed to do is my notes in my phone are permanent. Everything's good. Yeah. I suck. I need a pile up after dark. Yeah, we need to do that.
It's
but
been a fucking
it's
minute.
been a while. It's been a while. See, I think what happened is our pile up after dark morphed into the whole fucking show.
That's true.
Yeah,
So-
we used to be like decent during the normal podcast, and it just was like, fuck it, right? You know, here's my thought, right? Pile up after dark goes to Patreons only.
That'd be cool, but I gotta figure out how to do that. Dude, we used to start, I'd be like, all right, we got a really great show for you tonight. We got blah, blah, blah. How are the viewers doing? Now we're like, hey, fucking coming all over your face.
Horse cock.
Yeah.
We had great conversations, yeah.
We-
Good times.
We were, I don't know what happened, but yeah, it's gotten fucking, this is just pile up after dark, the whole fucking thing. So yeah, welcome to our shit show, and we love you. Well, you know what we should do? A clean version at the end. We go into like,
Oh my god.
actual, you know what? We need to get Will. Will comes on from Slide Through News, and we do like real articles, real
Actual
polite,
factual things.
Yeah, yep.
After dark is just like informational and educational.
Yeah.
Actually, talk about drifting.
Yeah,
It's like where you learn something.
I would love that.
God.
That'd be great. Oh, dude. Yeah, it's just we kept going down this rabbit hole, and I think it's honestly, it's not all of our fault. It's the chat. The chat keeps getting worse and worse.
I blame
So
it on
then
that.
we get, it amps us up, and then by the time you know it, we're
coming everywhere.
That's what happens. Yep.
Fuck.
Yeah. But we are missing out on some things like Rio's Japanese lesson. So we need to do that. But also, there's some other stuff. Go ahead, Rio.
I was talking with my coworker. We carpool, so we talk a lot every day.
Okay.
As long as we're talking about after dark stuff.
Yeah.
You know, jerking off
Oh, here we go.
is one unit of jerking off this, or is it this?
Okay, so we also have female viewers. So is it
What?
this?
Now you
Hold on, I don't think the
this?
hand motion. I don't think the hand motion matters. It was like, is it up, down, or up to
if you want
down to up and back
this
down,
way?
or
Or this way?
so start in or out? Right, that's the question.
Yes.
You start out and go in.
What?
Clearly.
I don't know.
Wait, are we talking about
If
girls?
someone jerks off from the base up, that's crazy. Like they start down there and go up.
Oh, that's tugging.
Yeah.
That's hugging.
Yeah,
Well,
dude.
no, but it's just starting from the base, but then it repeats. So
No.
I get it. I hear you. All right, chat. What up? This is after dark type shit.
Yeah, it is. And but Rio, you're a bad influence too. Everybody looks at you as this innocent little fucking angel. Like Caitlin's posting your little cute flower bit. How do you consider a unit of measurement for master? Yeah, you're a fucking bad influence. That's the downfall, was getting Rio in here.
Oh my
Honestly,
god.
Yeah.
My fault.
Yeah, right hand man. You fucking
Yeah, he can be my right and left hand.
yeah. Hey-o.
Yo, Mike asked what it's called. Stranger, buddy.
Stranger.
What do they call that in Canada? Is it like
Doesn't
the?
everybody do that?
I don't know that guy. A.
Yeah.
Is that
I don't know that guy.
switch hitter?
Sorry,
Yo,
mate.
Madge said the switch hitter. Is that what they call it in Canada?
Yo, I could see that. Rio, you trying to sell illegal car parts too? What are
I
you
have
doing, buddy?
I have a KFC story.
Oh, here we go.
Let's hear it.
Bust it out.
The last place I lived, there was a KFC nearby.
Mhm.
I'd always go there real late at night. And one time I went there and I was like, I would need like a number 3. And the kid goes, we don't have any chicken. I'm like, what? It's like, we're out of chicken. I got weed though. And then he pulls out,
This is at a KFC.
yeah, he pulls out all these like little jars. And I'm like, oh,
I'll take that.
I just the chicken.
Yeah.
Well, that's my KFC story.
I like it. You should have
God.
bought weed from the KFC store because that's a great ending to the story.
Yes.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
but then where am I going to get my snacks?
Well, you got to
Fair point.
do the weeds.
on to the next store, right? Buy the weed.
Yep.
Go get the food
Go to
later.
Chick-fil-A.
Yep.
Yeah.
The better
You
chicken
get,
store.
you get other stores.
What a good businessman. I bet you that kid, you just see them dropping chicken in the back, but he's like, yo, we don't got no chicken, but I got this weed.
He's just trashing it all. Like, sorry.
Yeah, that's
Can
funny.
can we circle back to jerking off for just 1 second?
Always, dude.
So we're going through the whole stranger dialogue in the chat. Now that I think about it, isn't the stranger where you sit on your hand and it goes numb?
Yes.
And then you jerk
You're
off
right,
with that hand.
You're right.
Because you
Yep.
can't feel it.
It has
Well,
to
you don't
be
think it's your
numb.
hand at least. Yeah.
Has that ever worked for anybody?
I've
never tried it.
I've never tried
So
it.
it takes a long time for my hands to go numb, and that's
No.
just by that time I don't even want to come anymore. You know,
Yeah.
I was a
Right.
Fifi guy. I was a big Fifi guy. So
beefy.
What's
yeah,
that?
you take a glove and then you shove it in between your couch cushions and lube it up, and then you can bang your couch.
What
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
fuck?
It's called a Fifi.
I didn't know it was called a Fifi, but that's incredible.
You can do that with a grapefruit as well.
Oh yeah, I saw
my
that. Did you see the
God.
fucking there was a funny meme where it was like
There's
girls
fucking-
with the cucumber, you know what I mean? They're holding the cucumber, and then it's like guys now buying the cucumber, and it's like the cut off and hollowed out. You know what I mean? Like a little slip. Like, yeah, it's pretty funny. I like wiener stuff. It's funny.
This is fucking
We gotta get
wild.
out of here. We gotta get your lesson in, Rio. Let's fucking
Oh, yeah.
let's
Wait, did you guys do one last week?
we did.
Yeah, what did we learn last week?
I don't have that on my list. I need it for my list.
Yeah.
Jerk off theme going.
I mean,
Or do you want to learn
what was
something?
last one? What? Hey, anybody in the
last one
chat?
Yeah,
The last one was give me something.
Oh yeah, it was demanding though. It was a
Yeah.
rude way
Yes.
to say, "Give me that."
Yeah.
Yeah. Chat. It was. I don't remember.
Does someone in the chat want to learn something in Japanese?
Oh, they all. Oh, in the chat. If you got some suggestions, let's see what we got.
I think masturbate is probably a good one.
Is there a word for that?
Masutabeto.
There's
Like,
a
what
word
did
for masturbate.
Is there?
what did
I
Mike
can
just
make
say
it
in the chat?
educational.
What did Mike just
No.
say in the chat, Rio?
That's French. That's French
That-
Canadian.
That's great.
Canadian. He's fucking. He's
No,
speaking Canadian.
Do you want to do the word for masturbate?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
No, Damien doesn't want to.
No,
I
I'm
do.
down.
You want to masturbate?
I'm doing it right now. I've been doing it this whole time. You know what I mean?
Dude's been
Um,
edging for the last 2 hours.
I'm going to teach two things. One, the Japanese word for masturbate. You also have to realize, like, I mostly speak Japanese with my family, so we don't talk about this shit very often.
Your mom never taught you how to say that?
Yeah, so
She busts in the door and is like, Rio, stop masturbating.
but the Japanese word for masturbate comes from the German word. So
That's weird.
I'm
yeah,
so excited.
so
So it starts with Octung. Octung.
no. I think masturbate onani is masturbate.
Onani. Did you learn this from when you were younger? Did you hear this word first in like a hentai or?
No,
Or like
I
when you were walking past your mom and dad's room.
I actually I learned it from like a song, like a rap song, a Japanese
no
rap
shit.
song.
No way. That's cool.
And then if you're gonna do this, right, you are probably watching. If you're watching a porno,
Okay. What's that?
um,
Can you explain what a porno is? Also, Ian on a
No, this-
knee is kind of easy to remember it in a
yeah,
way.
on a knee. In Japan, it's AV. It's short for adult video.
Okay, so they just say literally AV.
Yeah. So, well, I probably shouldn't drink a lot before I do this segment. I'm gonna-
No, this is
yeah.
real. This is perfect.
Martino's calling you out. He's saying Google Translate says
You know, I'm looking that
honor,
up.
honor sister.
What? I'm pretty sure that's not right. No, onani is.
I'm looking it up.
On a knee. I like
You
that.
gotta type it in Japanese though. I'll send you a link later.
Yeah.
Do I do a puppet show?
Yeah, pull.
Yeah, yes.
Oh, I love
About-
a masturbation puppet
About
show.
honoring your sister.
I mean,
Uh.
you know.
I don't. Okay. I just make this shit up, you know.
Back shots, Jesus Christ. That we have to learn that. Not this week, but we have to learn backshots.
Backshots in Japanese, I'd have to Google.
Nice.
Your mom never taught you that?
Let me call her after this.
I hope your family never watches any of this.
I'd be so embarrassed, dude.
Oh, why?
This is all clean.
It's just a side of me they don't see.
Yeah, I love it.
Bakushato.
Bakushato. we talked about that. We talked about that last. Remember, because we were talking about all the Japanese words that are basically English words that are just like
they don't have an English word, so they just add like an O to it.
Bakushato-san.
All right, hold on. Ready?
No, we're always ready.
Oh my God, James Carper, are you watching the AV? Oh my God, I was not doing onani right now. This is horrible. Oh God, get out of here.
Okay, all right.
James just got caught masturbating. That's crazy.
That's pretty fucked up, James.
Why?
We need to have a reel of all of your James puppet shows together.
There's so
at some
many.
point.
There's so
I
many.
know.
Oh,
You know what's crazy?
Put aside onani. Oh.
Isaiah DM'd me the other day with a list of everything we've done in Japanese.
Oh, that's so cool.
It's like, yeah, it was really nice.
Can you send that to me too?
We should probably put. We should put
I have
that
it in my phone.
Let's put it up on the Patreon.
well,
Let's put it on the Patreon.
We should do that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because then it just helps if they can go reread it and study all these amazing words that are going to help you when you travel to Japan. And you just go to the red light district, and that's the only place that you can communicate with anybody.
Where else would you?
Yeah, I guess that's true. If you don't want octopuses crawling up your butt,
You need to teach us how to solicit a prostitute.
What if we go to Japan, all of us together, and then
I'm not saying that word with you guys in Japan.
Pilot podcast red light district Japanese trip would be
We go live from the sex store. That'd be nuts.
We all just have like sores on our mouths and stuff when we come back. Like we're super fucked up.
That's crazy.
We need to end this podcast tonight.
It needs to end.
Probably.
Ever since the After Dark thing came up, it's just spiraling out of control.
Someone said After Dark, and everything went down.
Downhill. All right. Well, thank you for showing and teaching us how to masturbate in Japanese.
I'm here to help.
Thank you. It's a big help. All right, everybody. Another good episode. This is cool hanging out with everybody and getting really nostalgic. I absolutely love this. Chad's buying a fucking Civic, so
I am buying a Civic.
I'm gonna look at that link tonight, and if it's the car I had, you should probably not buy it.
I like that. I like that you're looking out for him. Good for you. You know what I mean? Was it that bad? It was that bad.
It actually wasn't that bad. Just like the quarters were pretty fucked up. But when I bought it, it came with like clean quarters, and I was like, eh.
Wait, front or rear?
Rear. But it definitely it couldn't go uphill. You know what I mean? It's just like Bye,
everybody.
Like downshifting. Oh,
Come.
Bye. We're out. Love yous all. Have a good night. It automatically